I love you,
All right.
Fernand.
Check, 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 check. I hear me.
Hello.
I don't hear you.
Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, how about now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Good.
Panda, can I get a 1, 2, 3?
1, 2, 3. All right.
All right.
We are ready.
Can I?
To begin.
Cool, cool, cool.
Cool, cool, cool. I'm assuming I can be heard because no one.
Yep.
Made any problems. So.
It's D&D Dynamite.
Y'all good, Fiernan said. He said, y'all good.
Y'all good. Awesome. All right. I'm going to bring down this just a little bit so I'm not distracted.
Turn down. For what?
For concentration.
Oh yeah, I got Syrinscape is running, but Syrinscape, I don't have it. I don't hear anything.
Okay, I was worried about that. Give me 1 second to troubleshoot. I might have to resend.
My thing says player app version is old.
Oh, maybe I do have to get a new player app.
So maybe we have to update our player apps.
All right. Well, I'm not going to do it now.
Yeah, we'll do that over the break. You're missing the boom boom music, but the audience gets it.
That's good enough.
They're
just
important.
Distract me.
All right.
It would be nice if they gave you like a link to get the new version in the client.
If it had the link right there where I could just click on it.
Where I could just be like, oh.
There's a lot that we can talk about that I wish Syrinscape would focus on, but
I'll still go download the thing because it's still nice to have it regardless. So
yeah, and most of their stuff is free. What we're paying for is actually fairly reasonable. So we'll go. Yeah. We'll more power to you. All right.
That's just constructive criticism. Make a easier to link to the update because we want to update and use it. But anyways, yeah.
All right. Should we do a quick recap and then jump into it?
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna do my my DM voice for this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Our players, the Twilight Brigade, are hoping to stop the Army of the Night. Led by the Sanguine Saints, a group of werewolves that have begun to take over the land, under the orders of Shar, the goddess of darkness. Twin moons have turned crimson, ushering in a new era of bloody darkness. The players find themselves in the city of Builthy, a walled city on the northeast corner of Fadir. They were seeking a legendary weapon, one of the Generals of Enoth, hoping to retrieve it before it fell into the hands of the Sanguine Saints. The Twilight Brigade was able to get the General, a singing sword, and have chosen to help the city from the surrounding enemy. With the help from the capital still days away, the party stands at the top of the Builthy walls, looking out at the thousands of cultists, ogres, goblins, and werewolves ready for battle. We will open and take a few moments to prepare, and then roll for initiative. It's so much fun. All right. I'm going to go back to here so that the audience can see what you're seeing.
All right.
Y'all are here.
I cast Wish. And I wish that all of the werewolves could not transform into their lycanthrope forms, so they're just humans.
Do you have Wish equipped?
Yes, let's say I do.
I mean, I have.
Do you not remember? You gave me that homebrew staff.
You
Oh,
gave me a
that's
wish.
right.
You gave me a wish
Yeah.
blade.
Yeah, it's part of the armor. It's like the luck blade, but
All
like.
right, go ahead and roll me a D1000 on a 1 to 999. You die instantly. On 1,000, it'll go into effect.
Okay, Ridire's dead.
Oliver's dead.
See you guys later.
All up
Well.
to you, Talamh.
Did it. All right, well, it was
Talamh,
good.
you got this, right?
No, I died.
From the ethereal plane, your souls watch as the werewolves are able to, uncontested, take over the rest of Fadir. The next 2,000 years are met with blood and darkness as the populace is fairly quickly turned into werewolves. Shar regains control in a body constructed of the elements that they had been seeking and destroys the rest of the world. Good night.
Cool.
Post-apocalyptic.
All right,
campaign.
well.
Let's go.
Thanks, guys.
Well, that was a month of work down the drain.
It's been a good stream, everybody.
All right.
I mean,
See,
We'll see you all in 3 months.
we'll see you all after I've read through Spelljammer.
really wasn't
Meanwhile,
expecting to end
have
the
Black
campaign
Label.
there, but man, it would have been funny if you had had 1,000.
I mean, you're saying you're implying that literally no one else has the capability to prevent the atrocities from happening. It literally hinges on us.
You don't know it doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on, ready? There.
Wait, hold on. Easy as that.
Oh yeah, there you
There it
go. Yeah. That,
So for next week, I need to make sure to get a little graphic that just is the DM will remember this to display over the screen. As
We can get the wish spell, guys.
what's his face back in the
Well, no, he's got the deck of
I
many
have the
things.
deck of many
Oh yeah.
So if worse comes to worse,
I mean, no. If things go really, really poorly,
Pull a
start
card from the deck.
drawing. Start drawing. Yep.
Like if you're about to die, pull
dear
a card from the
werewolf, would
deck.
you like to draw a card?
Don't let the werewolves draw them. They'll get the good ones.
Seriously though, if like you're at like one hit and like you're gonna die the next turn, you might as well pull a card.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Wait
What's
1
the
second.
worst that could happen?
the
Pick a
demon
card, any
asked if we
card.
can get a redo of combat. I believe in this instant, yes, we will allow that.
Okay. All right. We'll turn back time.
All right, so
I could turn
we
back time.
really share.
Hey, Cher's a powerhouse. You shut it.
Yeah.
Alkalite, we've come to bargain.
Oh, I saw the new Doctor Strange. It was.
I like it.
No spoilers.
I like it a lot.
Did you
It
like
was
it?
utter madness.
I saw it twice.
Wow.
I enjoyed it.
Hold on.
I need to go see it. Okay.
All right. So, let's just jump right into this.
So we're on the walls, and we see the seething masses of cultists.
Yes. It has been. Oh, go ahead, Curiosity.
Before we get into this, can we have it canon that there is at least one character in Builthy whose name is Shaka? Shaka.
Why?
It'll be important if it happens. Because if we lose, I want to be able to say Shaka when the walls fell.
Yep, I'll allow it.
All right. Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. Let's go.
Star Wars nerd.
That's Star Trek. I'm sorry, but
I said the wrong one, and I feel
You
like I need to
did.
go into hiding.
Wow.
Oh, that was not on purpose. That was a
Good.
mistake.
Just remember.
I'm gonna make it worse. And you said the worst one too.
I know.
I've
In
made
August,
that joke
the
so
DM
many
will remember this.
I've made that joke so many times that it's now ingrained in me to say the wrong one.
Fiernan says, "How dare you say that about Trek Wars?"
I'm legitimately so embarrassed right now. I don't know if I can continue. Can we move on past this moment,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah.
I'm standing on the wall and I'm looking out at
Yeah.
the cultists, and I'm like, there's a lot of people.
That's a lot of marching feet.
Yeah, but they're not even marching in rhythm. No discipline.
I know. It's like a cacophony of vibrations.
Did we teach ours to march in rhythm? Is that something that we did? Did I forget that?
What do I roll to have taught them to march in rhythm?
Performance check?
Wait, the cultists? Oh, our guys. need to
No,
march,
our
right?
guys. Performance. 13. That's probably enough, right?
I mean,
It's not that complex.
it's keeping them, you're not hearing the quaking of boots and nervous shuffling as much. There seems to be a little bit of order amongst these troops. So, oh, I have to do something really quick. I have to do a shout out here that I don't want to forget. So, all right. They do, V-Demon. It's gonna happen. Shout out to Sir Mount 12 on, from Reddit, because he was the inspiration for a lot of the rules for this siege that's gonna happen tonight. So, Sir Mount 12.
Sir Mount 12.
On Reddit. Big
All
shout
right.
out, big thank you to... I went through a lot of different things to try and figure out how to do a siege battle in D&D, and his was the one that clicked in my brain. So, as what counts as the dawn, cracks through the sky, and again, eternal blood moon. Dawn is kind of a little lighter than what you consider nighttime, although at this point it's been long enough that it's really hard to fully distinguish. You look out over the battlefield, and you can see that the mass of the army of the night has readied themselves and look like they are about to approach and attack the city. The generals, Orem Borgok, Felinda Blackborn, Roland Rhine, and Sean O'Brien have all gathered. Three of them are going to be in charge, while we have a little bit of, I'm not sure which one. I thought that it was... Yeah, Roland is the one who got put in charge of
Roland, yeah, General Rin.
Yep, General Rin became Captain Rin for the time being. Displacing the rude, arrogant, and probably dooming the city guy before him. So, these three are in charge with Captain Rin shouting everything out from the center of the city. And you all have probably a half hour to an hour to do some last minute prep. Otherwise, we will jump into the battle.
All right. Molotov cocktails. Everyone.
Molotov cocktails. just hand them out to all the people on the walls.
I mean, they do have flaming oil prepped.
Yeah, that's
Can
true.
we get a Druid Grove? How long does the Druid Grove last?
Druid Grove lasts 24 hours.
Can we get Druid Grove in front of the gate?
Can I get Druid Grove in front of the gate, my friend?
I'm trying to remember. Ooh, Wikidot is the first link that tried to pop up.
Told you.
Ah,
Wikidot is the best one to use, and it's freaking down right now. Stupid. That's the worst thing the Russians have ever done.
Well, that's a good way to get canceled.
I'm kidding.
the very worst thing, huh?
I find it weird that Russian hackers are still wanting to do that kind of stuff when I guess they're not affiliated with anything that's going on with the war and stuff though. So,
All right,
they're
how
just
long does it
douchebags.
say in your armor? Does it take to cast?
The armor doesn't say; it just says that I can do it.
Casting is 10 minutes.
So it takes
casting is
10
10
minutes, so you
minutes.
definitely have time.
Let's see. Affected to volume as small as a cube of 30 feet on a side to as large as a cube of 90 feet on a side from a point
Big.
the druid touched. The affected area encompasses all natural structures, excluding buildings, and became thwarted by several different effects. Upon casting the spell, the druid can choose certain creatures to be immune to the effects, or set a password that granted them immunity. They can only be affected individually by spells such as Dispel Magic, but never the entire spell at once.
Well,
Are there any trees around the gates?
I would say no. There's not large trees. There's some smaller ones, but nothing.
It doesn't matter how big they are. Because I can turn up to 4 trees in the area into awakened trees to help defend it.
ooh.
So even if they're small saplings, it would still work.
Okay.
Um,
So anything trying to get in, we're gonna say we'll
Oh.
have. Well, we'll come to that when we come to that.
Also-
there's actually 2 entrances to Builthy, so no, it's no. I only said 1. So, all right, the northern entrance. So, I'm gonna take you guys to the siege battle because we're gonna get into this.
so if I touch the ground inside of the gate and have it extend 90 feet out of the gate, it would essentially just have a lip inside, and would it still extend outward past that?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to stand inside the gate and do that. So it's going to be a 90 foot out from the gate. It's going to fill the area, and then it's a 90-foot cube. So it'll essentially go 90 feet. So from the center of the gate, 45 feet left and right. Let's see, oh crap, I just lost I was looking at the thing, and now, see, when I don't have Wikidot, it makes this so much harder.
All right. So,
Darn the Russian.
are you going to do grasping undergrowth or solid fog?
That's what I'm trying to see here. If it's the undergrowth, it will entangle them that aren't immune, and the fog will have them have obscured vision, which would mean all of our people that are immune to it would have advantage attacking them in that
Oh
area.
gosh, that would be amazing.
So
Entangle would basically give us advantage because they'd be
but the fog would give us advantage and would give them disadvantage.
yeah, and they have a chance to resist entangle. So
Yeah. I'm going to fill the entire area with thick fog.
Okay.
But then I also get the Grove Guardians, so if there are 4 trees within the area that are applicable, I will turn them into awakened trees. and they will defend the area from intruders. And I'm going to designate that I can choose certain creatures to be immune or set a password that grants them immunity. I'm just gonna. Will it allow me to say essentially like the defenders of Builthy?
Yes.
Or would I? Okay. So essentially, the magic is going to detect anyone who, in their mind, is wanting to defend the city. So even if there's a traitor in the midst that tries to walk through it, they'll get caught. I also can cast one additional effect. Either gusts of wind in 2 locations that'll like move stuff around. I don't want to do that. I can do a spike growth within it, or a wind wall in 2 locations. In this instance, I think the spike growth is the best option of those. Because I can put it directly in front of the gates. So for them to have access to the gates, they're on top of the spike growth. And it's that, but spike growth is what, 40 foot?
40-foot diameter, yeah.
Diameter. So there's a 40-foot diameter spike growth in front of the gates.
All right, doors open. Come on in, boys.
Everyone that is immune to the spell, so all of the defenders of Builthy, are the spike growth is harmless to them.
Oh, cool.
So if we have to go out the gates, or any of the defenders have to go out or in the gates, they can walk through the spike growth without any issue. Yeah, freaking Druid Grove, man.
Druids, man.
Yeah, it'll last for 24 hours. So that'll help the gates, which is one of the weak points. That'll make them more secure. Because they have to expend a lot more energy to try and... Because they can't see the gates because of the fog. And to get like a battering ram close to it, they have to stand on the spike growth. So
that's a good thought.
Through the fog, which is already difficult terrain.
Yeah. So they can't see the spike growth,
which is difficult terrain and does damage.
2d4, I think, per 5 feet or whatever. Yeah.
So we'll say 4 feet every time they're moving in it, and with the moat already up, I'm just going to have to do some math here really quick.
Basically, the moat surrounds it, except for probably the road going to the gate, and this now covers that road. So
it's a battle, so the drawbridge would be up. So
there is a drawbridge.
Difficult terrain, plus fog, plus spike growth. It will take 5 actions to move through that area, so that
oh gosh.
So 5 actions to move through this square here, from entering it to being able to actually enter into this square would be another 5 movement, plus they're gonna take 4 damage every round. 4 on entering, plus 4 on leaving. And that's not even with the door there. So it'll take 5 actions to get to the wall, basically.
And then they still have to try and
use the battering ram.
Then they have to still try and break through the door.
Yep.
And if we need to go out past it, we can walk through it. We can see through the fog and can walk across the spikes without any issue.
Which means if that's where you place your troops, and there are three sets of troops, 1 for each of you to control.
Woo!
I can actually click on one to... Oh, I can't.
No. You'll have to move
have to tell me, but... and just keep track of which one is yours. I didn't have a way to... I didn't think to change your colors up, but...
Oh, I'm standing next to one of them.
I don't even...
Can you put dots on their tokens, like colored dots? Like, so I can put like a orange dot on mine. Yeah.
Blue and green. Oh, there's Talamh.
I'm so little.
You're so little.
Make me bigger, please.
Hey, there's me.
Oh, okay, that works. I am a giant. That's fine. I like that.
I I'm a banana.
It just has to it just needs to be to designate where we're at. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be with this red group.
Oliver, where are you?
I'm above blue.
He's on there. I can see him. He's tiny.
He's so little.
He's so little.
Very
It's
small.
wow, he's really little.
I mean, this is an 80 by 80 map here.
Oh, that's a big map.
Yeah.
To be able to.
To be able to get everything, to see it all, to make it all, like, pretty.
I think we need to take out trebuchets first, like any siege weapons that they can go to range,
Yeah.
so that the only way that they can actually hurt us is by getting close.
Okay. Well,
So
How
are we
far
just gonna-
away-
are we going to mount up on the walls and just defend that way? Because I think they do have siege weapons, which is going to.
That's what I'm
Outrange.
saying. We need to take those out as fast
So-
as possible.
You
Like a
can
sword.
roll a perception check if you want to look for any specific siege weapons.
do we
Yeah,
have counter siege?
We do not have siege weapons.
Mm-mm.
Nope, you have,
I would like to roll to see if I can see them setting anything up. If that's
Go for
okay.
it.
I do have advantage on perception checks on 12.
So, they're actually doing a display of force at this point.
Cool.
So, pretty easy to see. You've already heard reports of,
We knew they were building ballista because
yeah, you've heard
last
reports of
shot.
ballista, and you can see siege towers being constructed.
Okay.
How do they have catapults or trebuchets or anything?
Not that you see. You can roll a perception, but for you, Talamh, that's pretty far.
So ballista are powerful, but they're not nearly going to be as dangerous to the walls and stuff as a catapult or a trebuchet.
Yeah, you're gonna want to just not be in the line of sight of them.
But it might still be worth one of us taking a squad out.
What? Wow,
Oh,
I'm
no.
apparently.
It's just too far away.
Yeah, it's just
Can't sense anything.
it's just too far. How fitting. I'm gonna go change my shirt.
This is a sign of things to come.
Oh gosh.
I
I
think we'll be re-rolling characters here in a bit.
wouldn't be too sure of that. I was rolling to see how my people would roll tonight.
Oh, so we're all bad tonight.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
I don't think I rolled to hit above a 6. So
You know, just for funsies? Oh no. We're screwed. We're screwed.
But hey, remember, I'm wearing a helmet and you're wearing a mask.
That's true.
And she
And
has
I-
to sense through the ground.
And I
so,
literally can't see, and it's
yeah.
far away. So that's pretty apt.
Cool.
I will, if I'm rolling bad, I will go put this on.
So if
that right there, it's going on my head if it goes bad.
What is it? A helmet?
That's a helmet right there.
Oh.
That's a Ridire helmet, actually.
I'll
is what
grab
that
mine
is.
too, we can both wear Ridire helmets.
I've got my sword ready.
I'll close my eyes.
Same thing.
I've got 2.
So if someone's going to go out to try and attack siege engines, like actually leave the safety of the walls, who wants to do that?
I mean, I feel like it would be totally within my character to be someone who does that.
She can do that. I can do that. Well, let's think about. If we want to, we could move a general out there too, right?
Well, the generals are going to be attached
No,
to each one of those.
They're
legions,
attached
Right.
to the army.
So what general would be best going out there for those?
The fire arrows.
Probably fire
Either-
arrows.
And that's me, right? Is what we decided.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
so.
I
Yeah.
have Felinda.
Urenborgak.
Felinda's probably the best one to hold the walls with being able to keep healing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll stay back with Felinda inside the walls or at the gates, essentially, and do that, which makes sense. Ridire is the most practiced in like turtling defense stuff. So
Oh, I've also done the bag of tricks trick. So I'm gonna roll like 68s.
that's right. You get a bunch of animals.
All right. Roll for animals.
All right, let's see what I get.
Remind me of this and remind the audience of this. What's happening right now?
All right,
So-
so what yeah, I'll let you explain while I look them up.
So the bag of tricks, they last for 24 hours. So if you can summon 3 per day, per dawn.
Yeah.
So if you summon 3 before night and then summon 3 after the new dawn, you can get 6 creatures summoned that will last pretty much the entire day. And so that's what Talamh is doing. So she's going to have 6 animals that are friendly to us that were randomly generated from this bag of tricks.
Right.
2 8s, 2 6s.
3,
So
which is
cool.
a...
And yeah. Oh, also, you said there were going to be some. So it's 2 giant elk, 2 giant badgers, a badger, and a weasel.
A badger. A badger.
The giant badgers are probably going to wreck stuff.
They have a burrow speed? Oh my god.
Traps.
They can burrow. They could burrow under
Uh-huh.
under
like,
the siege engines.
siege weapons and stuff.
They can just burrow out and get to the siege engines on their own. Do they have to stay within range of you?
I don't know. I think I can just tell them what
They
to do.
I think
Get
they're
rid of
just-
the siege weapons with giant badgers.
I am the Unterminer.
Creature vanishes at the next dawn or when reduced to 0 hit points. It's friendly to you and your companions. Acts on your turn. You can use a bonus action to command how it moves and what action it takes, or give it general orders. They do not have to stay near you like other summoned
Nope.
creatures.
Nope.
No?
You can just send the badgers out to attack the siege engines. Oh, this is amazing.
I've had 1 month to plan this. And
You
in
never
10
expected
minutes,
But here's the
This-
thing, though. Here's the thing, though. This was random. There was no
Yeah.
guarantee we were going to have those. So
and in 10 minutes, y'all have done things that I don't know how to. We're gonna make this up as we go.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't know I was getting giant badgers.
I know, that's what makes this amazing.
So you basically, are you just going to send the badgers out right away? Like, just make your way, tunnel out there slowly but surely, find the siege engines, collapse the ground underneath them. Don't fight anything else. Just stay underground the whole time.
Yeah, they're just gonna go out and like...
Because they can use the vibrations to sense where the large equipment is at.
Yeah. Wait, so if they burrow, does the ground collapse under them, or can I like follow them?
I'm assuming they can burrow deep enough to make a tunnel, and then they can burrow up to and then to collapse sections, I
Which
would assume.
Also means we could, if they're making tunnels,
Hmm.
we could potentially ambush them, right?
I mean, potentially.
Yes, Ross, they aren't like moles, but they have a burrow speed, which means they're able to burrow through the ground at that speed with the rules of the game.
If you were
So-
close to them, you can follow. It's not a designated hole. It doesn't make a
Okay.
It probably
Okay.
kind of
tunnel.
self-seals somewhat, yeah. It
All
doesn't
right.
make a permanent
Like-
tunnel.
because it'll just collapse under the weight of gravity.
Yeah.
They just
After
kind
a
of-
while,
It's
unless you're
basically like they can swim through the ground, essentially.
I will say, if you want to do an action to burrow and be deliberate with it, it will probably hold up longer.
All right.
But if
If
you're
they take
using
the
the
time.
full speed to like dash to get out, that's not gonna happen.
But if you're close enough to them, you should be fine.
You should be fine.
I would say just send them out on their own.
Okay, and
I
they
th-
can just
I
get
think
close
that's better.
and...
Yeah, just give them the general instruction of have them focus on the towers.
Because
Yeah.
specifically, Roland is really good at the gate, right? Because he could push them back
Yeah.
Mhm.
through the spike growth,
Mhm.
through the fog, and they have to do all of that again.
Yeah.
Alright, so I don't have a giant elk, but I have a gazelle.
That works. That's close enough.
So we've got a
Yeah,
gazelle.
You
The
have the
elk-
Fabier.
The elk you can probably just have roam the inside wall in case anyone breaks through.
Yeah, and just like charge them.
Yeah, so they kind of just stay inside the walls to help out.
And we'll use the
smaller
giant
badger and
prairie
weasel.
dog.
Oh, they're cute.
Oh gosh. So, giant elk have the ram attack, and they have their hooves, which they can attack one prone creature for 22 bludgeoning, like
not
48
giant
plus
squirrel.
4 bludgeoning
Standard squirrel
for the weasel.
for the weasel.
Are you putting the creatures in? Aw.
So do we want to pair the badger and the weasel with like one of us just because they're smaller?
Yeah, might as
They've
well.
got like a hit point.
Yeah, they're not super
They're
strong.
here for morale. Oh, they're so cute.
The weasel can ride on my shoulder and bite at anyone if they get too close.
Rawr.
Oh, that
See-
makes me laugh.
See, we're making it entertaining for you, Chuck.
I'm so happy. I knew this was gonna go crazy the minute it's you all. It's you. Nothing is
Oh.
gonna go just according to plan.
By the
If
way,
we weren't able to do that, I also have a dragon.
oh yeah,
Yep.
I haven't summoned anything either. By the way, Tasha gave me a dragon too. I could summon a silver dragon.
Oh, because Tasha's, yeah.
I could also summon a silver dragon.
I mean, they're great against werewolves because they're silver.
I can summon,
Silver's
You could summon a
cool.
steed.
I can summon a steed.
Yeah.
I don't have greater
yeah.
summon steed though. If I get greater
So-
summon steed, I can summon like a griffin to ride.
Also, before I send any of these guys out, I have 4 special treats. So each of my critters gets 1d4 or gets 4 temporary hit points.
All right. So your badger has 4 temporary hit points, so he's up to 7 hit points.
Oh, I was doing the 2 giant badgers and 2 giant elks because they'll
Oh, okay.
probably
So the
Yeah,
giant
big badger.
badgers have 17 hit points,
yeah.
and the giant elk have 46 hit. Wow, giant
Uh-huh.
elk are tough.
They're good.
This is a really good roll.
That
Yeah.
worked out
Well,
really
elk
well
is
for
the
you.
8, isn't it? It's like the strongest one.
Yeah, the only thing
Yeah.
that could have been better than the badger. Well, no,
Yeah.
the badgers are great in this case. I would say
In
dire
this
wolves,
instance,
but
but
like,
otherwise the dire wolves are good for just general combat.
oh,
Yeah,
this is like the best we could. Like 3 8s and 3 6s would have been
perfect. Yeah.
ideal,
Would've
but
been
like,
broken as hell.
I'm bringing a zoo to a knife fight.
I am going to also specify, I do want to grab 2 of the silver swords that are left over from all the forging.
Go for it.
You said there were plenty, so
Yep.
I'm gonna put this is specification so that in the future, if we have it, I'm gonna put the magic one on my back, and that way, if I want to activate it, it can just fly off my back, and then I'll just have the 2 silver swords similarly slashed on my side, kind of like, you know, I don't know what video game character has 2 swords on their side. There's a bunch that do though.
All right.
So, like that.
So, in fairness of this, because you'll see this as your character, when you're thinking about running out and attacking these things head on, each of the battalions that you're going to face are 300 people strong.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
So keep that in mind. If you're setting up something to attack one of the enemies, we're not talking about like 5 enemies in a group. We're talking
Right.
an army of 300 people marching towards you.
Yep. I wasn't planning on going on against any of them on my own. I was going to stick with one of the defender groups. So.
Mhm.
Well, yeah.
And your defender groups are about 200 strong
In total.
in each one.
Oh, okay. So, no, that's not bad.
Yeah.
They got us.
And the walls and everything else. So.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we'll take out the siege and like let them come to us.
If those badgers successfully disable the siege engines, that's their biggest thing that's going to gain them access. The walls are pretty strong. Just the guys on their own. The exploding cultists could maybe get through. If they start running against the walls and self-destructing, they can maybe do some damage. But
Yeah, but we have
our
archers.
archers can be picking them off
And-
the whole time they're running towards the wall.
And it's not like the werewolves are going to explode themselves.
Probably not. Yeah, it's only been the crazy human and elf whatever.
All right,
dudes
so
that
I'm
are
going to
doing
put
that, so.
your animals over here until they're needed.
Yeah, I think the elk are just staying inside the walls for now, right? And
Yeah.
then the badgers will tunnel out
And the 2 little guys that are with you.
with us. Yeah,
Okay.
I've got the weasel.
I mean, we don't necessarily need their tokens on the map right now, but yeah, they're good to have just in case.
They're there. The board does not start until the outer ring.
Oh, okay.
These guys are here for me to
Be able to grab and move.
grab
around,
if I need
yep.
to.
And how far do these rings, like what's the distance of each of these rings?
Big.
Okay.
So if a longbow can shoot out like 600 feet,
Which is,
Okay.
so
and the longbow is the second ring. That's like maximum range. That's like 600 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 900 feet to the catapult icon.
Rough, Ryan. Yes.
Roughly.
Oh, at least I got chicken.
At least I got chicken. All
Oh,
right.
I have badgers. All right, let's do it.
Are we ready to start?
Start the
Manuel,
siege.
let's go.
Ridire just gets up on the wall. Are you gonna attack or what? Flips him off.
All right. So.
I turn around. Now there's 3 moons in the sky.
Wasn't expecting that. All right. Go ahead.
Thanks, Ross. Thanks for the luck we needed. Roll initiative.
Go ahead and roll for initiative.
He said the thing. Oh, oh, oh.
I will never roll
Oops.
better than Oliver on initiative,
I have to select a token.
despite
There
my
we go.
+8. Oh, do you have to do that and it'll send it to the tracker, or?
If you select your token, it should send it into the tracker automatically.
Oh, okay. Well, if I do that, and then Chuck can just move it up and down.
Yep.
There.
All right.
yeah, just
So
rolling.
they got
Guys, we're going
a
before all of them.
15.
Oh, it didn't do properly. Okay.
Yep. Nope. I'll arrange this in just a second.
Yep.
So. Wow. Werewolves rolled. And then also go ahead and roll me a D20. Just a straight D20 somebody. One of you.
Got it.
There you go. An 11.
Okay. So your Builthy folk are there.
Go on the same. They go pretty much right in the same sequence with all of us. Actually, that works perfectly.
Yeah.
We all can move essentially as a big block. Sweet.
Am I the only one who sees my character name? Their character? Do you guys see everyone else's character name in the?
Nope, you're the only one who has it programmed in, apparently.
No, I want it to go away.
Where at?
I don't like it. Oh, in the initiative tracker.
I don't see any names. I don't even see
I don't
yours.
see any names at all.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
Maybe it's just you and the DM can see it.
Weird. All right. So, start of the round. Go ahead and roll your D4 to see how many actions your capital or your soldiers get.
4.
Okay.
3.
All right. Well,
Trace.
that's great.
Is that permanent or is that just for this round?
That's just for this round.
That actually kind of sucks because nothing's probably going to be in range for them to really do anything unless we're going to
Well.
charge out at them.
I'm telling the Badgers to start tunneling so they can.
Yeah, some of them might move in close enough, depending on how many actions they get to take for our archers to start loading on them.
All right, so start things off. We'll have them move into space 1. They'll move into space 2, and they'll come from the south.
Zoom out a little bit more. There we
Oh,
go.
it's not their turn. My bad. So they'll enter in for their 1 move.
And I'm sorry, the gate was on the north, you said, right?
Yep, right here.
Yeah.
There's a faint fog cloud around over it.
Yeah, I see it. I see it now that you pointed out. Yeah.
All right. So
What are
Good.
what are these icons here?
difficult terrain.
Oh, that's what that means?
Yep.
That's
so the-
designating the whole moat, essentially.
The whole
Oh,
moat is-
shackles. Oh, it's like shackles, like a ball and chain,
Yep.
meaning you can't move. Okay, cool. That's creative. I didn't realize that.
That's fun.
I had a lot of fun doing this. I'm not gonna lie. This was once I figured out what to do, then it was really fun to do it. Although trying to create a this design on a grid system, not
Yeah.
easy.
It's
Not easy when you're
easy
using
being grid.
sprites. So I finally figured it out. I cracked the case. All right. And they have one more action to take.
Move into
So-
range. Move into range.
They
We
will
can take
move-
attacks and just shoot at them.
Oh my god, guys, I've had scrying this whole time. I'm just looking at my spells list so I can have summon Draconic Spirit.
All right, and this one here is going to stay outside of range, and the ogre is going to pick up a boulder and throw it.
Oh no.
And
I think
that's
he missed.
a 9, so he missed.
He can
okay.
throw it that far? Jeez.
They count as the siege, I guess.
Yep, that's their siege ability.
Makes sense.
Okay.
For the purpose of making this function in a fun way, maybe it's slight
Yeah.
liberties to
Yeah.
some of the range. Yeah.
You got to imagine that this is a battalion of 300 ogres,
Hmm.
or some ogres, some goblins.
Yeah.
A couple of them are going to throw it pretty far, pretty strong. Not
I mean, if you
strong enough.
play a Battle for Middle-earth 2, the Goblin faction, their siege weapon is just giants throwing boulders. And the elves, same thing, theirs is the Ents. So and they have the same range as all the other siege weapons. So it kind of works in that same thing. It's like their version of it.
All right, that was the ogre goblin turn. Oliver is up.
So 4 ranged attacks at the ones that are in range,
Well,
right?
no, and remember, you guys have your normal turns.
Oh, we have our normal turns.
You
Oh yeah,
have your
troops come
normal
after
turns.
us all.
Yep. So your turn, you get your action, your bonus action, and your movement. Always. You never roll for your stuff.
Yeah.
It's just you're limited in what you can do, but you're also not limited because you have spells and stuff that I can't account for.
I
You're
don't
telling
think
me
that
I
there's
can't
much-
take 3 actions?
No, you cannot
I
take
don't
3
think-
actions.
I don't think there's much that we can do yet.
I'm
Because we don't
sorry.
want
I
to
could
leave
summon a
to the wall
dragon.
yet, right? I guess you could summon the dragon and have that ready.
Should I also
I?
summon a dragon?
Should we just pop it off, like both of us, or
It's
to get
up
it
to
set
you.
up?
How long does the dragon last?
An hour.
I'd maybe wait because
I'm
this
gonna
battle
wait.
is going to
Yeah.
take longer. Save the dragons.
That's the other
for...
thing I should tell you. Every turn, I have this written down somewhere, but every turn is going to count as like, roughly an hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
Yeah,
don't
so
don't
wait.
summon the dragons
So-
and stuff like that unless
Some of that stuff I'll give you a little leniency on. Like the dragon will probably last 3 or 4 rounds,
Okay.
okay.
just to be fair, so you're not wasting a spell slot and you're
True.
not
Yeah. When
wasting.
you expand the time like that,
I don't think there's much I could do then.
I think just kind of hold off.
Yeah.
I mean,
The-
you can throw you can your normal spell attacks can hit. I think this second archery ring, right? Because you have that's going to be like
It's a ranged attack. It can hit any of the ranged attack areas.
oh.
So my spells can?
Yeah. If
'Cause
they're
technically
attacking
they're,
within reason. Again, remember I put in the rules that
Yeah.
talk to me about it. If you want to do it, we'll talk
Sure.
it out. Because this has never been play tested before.
That's true. I guess so. If you had like a firebolt or something like that, but your acid splash obviously wouldn't get that far.
I don't have many really. My longest I think is fireball.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to waste that yet.
Yeah.
So I've got Erupting Earth. It's got a 120-foot range. How far would that go? In this
That would
grid.
be the first.
Okay.
Yeah,
This
I
round.
don't think any of us have ranged spells that would go beyond that first ring, except for maybe if he uses distant spell stuff.
I don't have.
Oh, you don't have that yet.
I don't have spell sniper or any
Okay.
of that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's okay though, because that means we can unleash on them when they get a little bit closer.
You'll have enough targets, if trust me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know that I'm gonna do
I
much
don't
this
think there's
turn. I
really
think I'm
much
gonna.
that any of us will be able to do this first round.
Yeah. Talamh might be able to do something, but I don't think I can.
Badgers.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Badgers will
moving
start
on to the next turn.
tunneling. What's that?
Are we moving on to the next turn then?
Yeah, the Badgers are going to be tunneling out towards
Ridire is
the
first.
towers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But there's nothing I can really do.
All right.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, that wouldn't help. Yeah, I'm just gonna, just keeping everyone ready to go.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
Badgers.
Yes.
start
Big
tunneling out.
Badgers.
Yep. So, they can move their movement, which will be 1 square. So, where are you sending them?
I guess out towards the
We haven't really
siege.
seen any of the siege engines yet. Just the ogres with their boulders.
Oh, that's true. We don't. Well, you guys were able to. Yeah, but you guys saw them and you
We
know
could
where they
see
are
that they
because
were
it was a
out
show
there.
of force.
Are they in all directions?
They're
or are
in
they
all directions. The city is completely surrounded by
So does it-
this massive army.
Does it cost a movement to move from like this section to this section?
Yes.
So maybe just move like 1 here and 1 there.
Well, you'll
or
be able to
whatever.
move them into this inner ring first.
Into the, oh yeah, so maybe like
Alright.
1 there and 1 there, so that they can kind of just start going off in either direction to be
Yeah,
able to
okay,
then
that'll
move
work.
where they need to. Yeah,
Yeah, they
So
can go off independently.
they're
like,
tunneling
underground.
deep underneath the moat right now. Yeah,
Okay. There we go.
that way you can just kind of move them wherever you need to.
Yeah.
I mean they're technically acting independently. You're just, but you're gonna be in control.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you guys told them also because they're friendly to all of us.
Yeah, we just gave them some
Yeah.
instructions. So we're controlling them, but it's representative of them just going
Yeah.
out and searching for the siege engines. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The
There's
city
not a
of
whole lot else I can
Builthy.
do.
So, our troops, as long as they're in the city, can they shoot in any of the rings, or can they only shoot in the one that they're in?
Only the one that they're in.
Okay.
So they can't shoot out.
They can.
They don't have longbows or anything?
No, they all have longbows.
They have.
They
yeah.
can only shoot in the direction of the
Oh,
smoke
okay.
that they're
my
in.
group. My group could
Bones.
only shoot within this wedge.
But Oliver's group can
Oliver's
shoot
group-
I
the...
can shoot.
Ours could
ogres.
use some of their actions to move over there, but I think it's probably better to keep them spread out like they are, so that we can move them.
Well,
just
I have 3
before.
actions. I can move. Oh, wait, no, because that'll cost me. I would have to use an
You have to
action
move 2
here.
and then attack, and then they'd be stuck over there for when the other guys come closer. I think we're better keeping them spread out, honestly.
Yeah.
Oliver
I've-
gets 4 actions. So.
4 actions. Should I just unleash?
Just
Unleash. Just
Unleash
unleash.
hell.
Yeah. And the cast counts as. Hold on, I'm trying to.
Cast counts as 1 action.
Okay. And is that ranged as well?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know that you would need it. What's
could
their
just-
chance? What's their bonus to hit when they roll?
Oh, there is none. It's straight 20.
Oh, okay.
So I could, with mine, this right here, make that difficult terrain when they enter it,
Yep.
potentially. Or hit them, and then if they leave that, then they also take the 5 damage, and it's difficult terrain to leave it.
How long does the difficult terrain last?
It doesn't say. We'll probably say like 3 rounds, 4 rounds.
Oh, dude, hell yeah! Because then they have to
where's
either waste turns going around it or just walk through it.
Right.
Yeah.
Should I do it in front of them, or should I do it on them?
Do it in front of them, because that'll force them to either move to another ring, another wedge, which means then there's multiple enemies in the same wedge to focus attacks on, or they'll have to run through it and take the damage.
Got it. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean, that's what I think. Obviously, it's your
Yeah,
action, but that makes the most sense to me.
I think that does make sense. My only concern then is if they just stay in place and siege.
Yeah, but then they're in range, so you can just keep unloading on them if they do that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll make that difficult terrain with the cast, and then I have 3 more.
Okay.
Advantage is useful. I honestly feel like it's better to just have them all be attacks, but that once again is up to you, because you can make one of the attacks with advantage by using that rally thing.
That's 3 rolls either way. So, just with the chance that it's 3 rolls either way. Because one of them gives me advantage, so I definitely get 1. The other one has the potential to get fully 3, but I'm probably gonna get 1 out of 3, hopefully.
Yeah, it's up to you. I feel like more attacks is.
I would agree.
When there's no bonus, advantage is nice, but when there's no bonus, it's not as powerful. So.
So I believe it would be. They're in the ranged spot, so I would use longbow, I believe, if I'm looking at this right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just roll a d20.
9.
9 hits. Just hits.
Wow. Okay, good.
Big creature. Eventually, you're gonna hit some of them.
Big creature and lots of goblins that
Yep.
don't have a lot of heavy armor, yeah.
You're talking 200 arrows fly through the air, and you just watch as a couple of goblins that are perched up on Ogre's shoulders just get knocked off, fall down.
Yeah. Do it again, dude.
Yeah.
The advantage is going to be useful for some of the other enemies, but the werewolves it's going to be more useful for. But for these guys,
7 will miss.
Like the flat D20 is just going to be better off. Darn.
Oh, and a 4.
Yeah, that's okay though. You got that difficult terrain, and you got some damage
Yeah.
out, so that helps.
Yep.
All right.
I'm glad I cast that instead of doing 4 attacks.
Yeah, no, I think that's going to be helpful because if nothing else is going to affect their mobility.
All right. So, Ridire, what are your troops doing?
I honestly think I kind of need to just stay where I'm at, same thing, because then some of these other guys are going to approach probably, and I'll want to be able to move to where they're at. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
Wait, how long did you say a rally lasts?
It's just the next attack.
Oh, good. I'm just do it now. You don't have to do it later.
Have to move to be adjacent with them, then rally.
Well, but I could rally for my own troop, right?
No, it's an adjacent troop. You're rallying for somebody else.
So you move left, you rally, and you move back.
Yeah, I'll do that. We'll move and we'll rally Oliver's troops and then move back again.
Okay.
That's my 3 actions. So he has advantage on on whatever their next attack is.
There you go.
So that'll help.
All right, then Talamh. It is your troop turn.
I don't know if there's a whole lot that I can do.
I mean, you have 3 actions. You could do the same thing for mine.
I'm gonna rally Ridire.
There you go.
And then move back.
Okay.
So go here, and then we're going woohoo! And we're going back.
Okay.
All right. Then
Shaka, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
I just forgot the consequence turn.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
The consequences. And it is a 0 because you guys didn't do anything to incur the wrath of anybody. They didn't see the
leaders within the group doing anything.
Well,
or the badgers.
Remember, because it's not. Yeah, they didn't see the badgers because you guys are amongst a group of 200 people. You're not standing out right now.
Yep.
All right, so it is the cultist turn, and they all went because I did them early. Whoops. So they rolled a 1 on their movement. And the werewolves got a 3, so they're going to...
This is what it's going to be. This will help us determine what we're going to do.
All right, they'll enter on 1. They'll enter on 1.
That's a lot of enemies.
They are the ones with the ballistas. So.
Gotcha. Hey, we put the badgers in exactly the right directions.
Ah, crap.
Hey!
You know what? They didn't see it, neither did I.
They
Not
blend
the
in
right
so
way.
well
That's a
because they're
nat one.
underground.
Oh my gosh! Do they fire it up in the air? It shoots all the way over the town and hits enemies on the other side.
They'll have to spend a day fixing that up. So,
And because it's
not
not a
day,
magical
a
ballista.
couple
Sure.
hours, a turn.
Yeah.
If it's not a magical ballista, whatever werewolf got hit is just like, ow.
All right, the other
Yeah.
group is going
Yeah,
to
all the way through the chest, huge bolt. Ow!
That wasn't magical.
I feel like siege weapons against a single target would
that's
overcome resistance. That's just me. It's just a ruling I feel like I would make.
The way I look at it, they're like Wolverine, except the magical damage like overcomes their healing factor.
Yeah.
They're like, no. They're just Omni-Man, but then they get hit by something, and then if it's not magical, they just, it just doesn't affect them.
You know what? No, they're going to stay out of range. They're smart enough to do that. Okay.
Yeah, werewolves are probably smarter than the other ones. They used to have to repair their ballista, though, so that helps us out. It gives us a tiny bit of...
Yeah, these guys don't have a ballista anymore. For a round.
At
Oh, the
least-
badgers don't know that.
Yeah. No, but, I mean, the badgers can still go out there and destroy it and stop them from being able to repair it, so...
They're just gonna like Bugs Bunny it and then go back.
Yep.
Okay. Oliver, you're up.
Nobody's in my range.
Could we hold our actions the same way you normally can?
I'm going to say
we're
with
not gonna
this,
allow
no,
that.
because of how long it is.
Of a time, yeah. Okay.
So,
That's what I
honestly,
thought.
like I said, you'll have plenty of time if you just want to pass and not incur damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really have anything I can do, so I'm gonna.
There's
pass.
no reason to draw attention to ourselves when we can't really do anything, so...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ridire?
Yeah, I thought did the goblins and the ogres not go before us? I thought they were supposed to go before us.
They're not even on the turn order now.
You deleted
Weird.
them off the turn order. They had a 15.
It looks like all three of the groups got deleted off the turn order.
Well, that's
That's-
really dumb.
Can you hit undo?
I'll just add them back in. They were at a 15.
Yep.
So
technically, they would go first. So then maybe they'll move
Yep,
to where
so
Oliver
we'll
might wanna do
retcon
something.
that, and
Yeah.
then it was the cultists and... Oh, you know why? I cleaned up the battle state by getting rid of the excess guys. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Oh,
well.
Now I
It's
know.
not, it's not taking long for you to fix it. So
All right, so...
There we go. Look in chat.
All right, ogre turn. Roll to see how many actions. That's dumb.
0. No, okay.
1.
I rolled a 0 on a 4-sided dice. That doesn't make any sense.
All right, well, they're
Yeah.
gonna
How did
do
that happen?
It landed perfectly on its point.
It's just like rotating on the point.
Like
They're
it
gonna
was,
zero.
longbow attack with a 16. That'll hit.
Oh no!
So that is
The walls?
against. No, they're going after the troops.
don't we have cover or something?
Again,
I think our guys have higher AC than theirs to imply that
Okay,
kind of stuff.
that
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
so that is minus 12.
Ouch. Well, if you get enough actions, you can do one of their healing actions.
Where is it?
Because they have the tend the wounded.
Yep. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Come in handy.
Sorry for people watching and seeing the screen jump back and forth. My mouse sensitivity is a little high. All right, and then these guys are gonna move forward. All right, now it's Oliver's turn.
Okay, so they didn't move any closer to
They got
yeah.
one action.
Yeah, so they used it to
I
attack,
rolled
which makes sense
terrible.
considering there's the dangerous terrain that you created. So
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Okay.
You can't attack.
um,
Personal
I
turn.
can't. Troops can.
does my crossbow have range on that?
Yes.
Oh, that is a good point.
Cool. Yeah, because you have
I wanna
one
do that.
too.
I want to do that.
Yeah, I haven't done anything yet, so if you wanted to, I have no problem going back to Oliver. Let him do that if he wants to. That's up to the DM.
I didn't see it, so
Okay.
I would say just pass it.
All right. Yeah, you're getting ready. Yeah, I'm gonna just make a crossbow attack. I don't know if I have it built in. I don't think I built it in, because I was an idiot. So crossbow attacks with dexterity, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it does. Well, it's no worse than what our troops are attacking with.
Does the advantage count for you or just the troops?
That's
Just the
going to be
troops.
just the troops, I would assume.
Aw.
That's a 17.
That hits.
And it is a +1 light crossbow, right? Yeah. So light crossbow is D. I didn't write that. I didn't build this into my TAC workspace because I wasn't thinking about it. I should have. I'm sorry about this. I think light crossbow is a D8 because they're stronger but lower range than bows.
Well, just remember,
yeah,
you're
light crossbow is a D8.
You're choosing to
1d8
do a-
piercing.
Yep, but remember, you're choosing to do a target or a sectional attack. This would be a targeted attack because you're just shooting it at the enemy.
I'm just shooting it into the mass of the enemy. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll do 1 damage to the force because
Oh,
you're
okay.
instantly taking out one of the
A goblin or
creatures.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, which seems kind of like if I did the health.
No, but it makes sense though, because if it was like each individual goblin, a 1d8 might have enough damage to take out a goblin.
It would take out a goblin, but it would also mean that the hit points would be in the thousands.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing 300 goblins, which have...
Yeah. Which have like 10 or 7, or depending on how low you go. Yeah, okay, that's fine though. I'll do the 1 damage to him. Why not? It doesn't... It helps. It's 1 less hit point they have, so...
Yeah, 300 times
At
7.
no penalty to me, really.
2,100 hit points if they were all goblins. The
And if we
ogres
were
would be a lot more than that.
Yeah,
This
and
could
we have
kill
the roll
Tiamat.
dice.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I'll kill a goblin.
Okay, you killed a goblin.
Woo! That's
And
my
remember,
turn.
you can move to a different square. You don't have to be with your troops.
Yes, but there are only 2 squares in which I can attack enemies from. I might as well stay with my troops.
Yep.
So I'm going to stay with them.
Okay.
If things get more spread out to where it's more of a problem, then maybe I'll, try and... I don't have really area of effect spells that would actually do some significant damage. I'm assuming, because many of my attacks at most are going to take out 1 hit point in that same way.
Yep.
Whereas Oliver's area of effect spells might be able to do more because they conceivably are hitting a larger swath. So he's going to be the most effective one to actually attack the groups. I'm
That's
probably
gonna
going to
get
be
close
best to stick with this group and try and keep them healed and things. So
All right. Go ahead and roll me a d4 for your consequence of attacking.
oh, boom, that's a 3.
All right. So, you know what? 1 goblin out. I'm gonna say that's a 0. There's
Okay.
a lot happening. I think that one attack from the thing isn't actually going to draw that much attention to you.
If I was not in the group of enemies, I could absolutely see it drawing attention. Or
Yeah.
allies, but within the group of allies, I'm just another guy.
Yeah, you're just a dude. They're going to attack the group, not an individual. So,
Yeah.
all right, Talamh, your turn.
Do the badgers act on my turn also?
They're a bonus action if you want to move them.
Okay, well, they will move their respective. Can they?
Yep.
Would we think we would have told them to dash? It's like get there as quickly as they can.
I think because of the large distances, dash still does it. It's still within. It's just still a single ring, I would assume, right, Chuck?
What does it say? Because do they have a dash action or?
Oh, I
Well,
thought everything
dash-
got a dash.
any-
Actually.
anything
Oh yeah,
can take
yeah,
that.
anything can do dash. So I mean,
They've got a burrow. Oh wait, their
Their burrow
speed's
speed's not
10.
very large, so
So-
even dashing with the burrow, it's
Yeah.
probably
yeah,
I would say dashing for them will get them to the next square.
Yeah.
So they're probably just digging as far as they possibly can each time.
As far as the little badger claws can go.
a badger.
Mushroom.
All right.
We're old.
Yep. Anything else?
So this was my turn. There's not really a whole lot else I want to
Tell more of
do.
them to start getting in close.
Yeah.
Just wait.
If the wall starts seeing a lot of damage,
Wait,
then we might
hold
have
on.
to do a lot
We have a
more.
whole hour to kill for each turn, right?
Uh-huh.
I had 24.
She just sits down and starts cooking while there's like yelling out the walls and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well,
Takes a lot of time for proper caramelized onions.
that's funny.
That is funny.
All right. It is the capital turn. Go ahead and roll your D4 to see how many actions you can take. Wow.
That's really good because ours are the ones that are in range, and both of us have advantage. On
I'm
the first
changing
attack.
my shirt. I'll be right back.
It's okay though, because there's nothing really in range for you this action. So
She's gone. All right. Let's go with Oliver first.
I think I just attacked this group, right?
that's what I would do. You have advantage on the first one, and just you've already got the difficult terrain. Unless you want to difficult terrain them again on top of them as one of your actions, because you have that special ability with your guy.
There.
You know what? First one, I'm gonna do that. On top of that guy, the
The
difficult
fire
terrain.
arrows.
Fire arrows. Does that count as them entering it?
Yes,
or-
it does.
So they take 5.
Because you're not aiming at targets, you're just spreading fire.
You're
across
just
the
spreading fire. There you go.
That's going to help because that's going to force them to move somewhere, probably.
Mm-hmm. And then
So.
I can move there and put more difficult.
Yeah, that's going to come in handy. Even just lasting 2 rounds or 3 rounds is huge. So, especially as long as you keep rolling high on your actions. Obviously, if you roll low, then it's feasible to do all the time.
Then I'm gonna attack 3 times. So this is the first one with advantage. 17.
That'll hit. So
Cool.
that's another 8 damage.
I don't have advantage anymore, but I will
That's
attack
okay.
again. That's
It's a
another
17.
All right, another 8 damage.
I'll attack again, and that's a 10.
That's another
She
hit.
put on the shirt, and it works.
That's
should've been-
amazing.
So
This is what I get for wearing the shirt with the girl on it who was lame enough to get captured by Ariadnes. No, you gotta wear the team.
Cool.
And if they try to leave there, they take another 5.
Yep. All right,
Potentially
Ridire,
10.
you're
if
up.
they move forward.
My guys haven't taken any damage, right?
Correct.
Okay. I have Felinda. I'm going to use her ability. So they're going to gain 1d4 temporary hit points and increase to their AC until next turn.
Okay.
So my group has +2 AC and 2 extra hit points.
Oh wow! And then you could
And
run
then
over, give it to somebody else, and run back.
I could, or I can take 3 attacks on this guy's.
Oh, you know what? Take 3 attacks.
So I'm going to take
First
my
one with advantage.
First one's with advantage.
Yep.
So we're gonna. Oops, 2d20. 6 is gonna miss. That's okay though. D20, 11 I think hits.
That hits.
And then last attack. A 13.
That'll hit.
Oh,
So I at least got 2 hits on him and made my guys a tiny bit tougher for the
Oh.
next little round. So
this
All right,
thing
so
is
that's
weird, I have no
16
armor.
damage to them. Can
they have
I
a
just-
lot of hit points, but we're definitely doing some work, considering they haven't done much to us yet. So getting
Rub it
it on
in.
early like this.
All right,
well,
Talamh.
it's not going to last, but
Your
getting
one action, Talamh. What did you want to do with it?
What can we do? Nothing. I can't do anything with one measly action.
I'm assuming Roland's ability only works against adjacent enemies, right?
You can't push them out. They have to be in your square. So
Yeah.
no, it works anywhere in the ranged rings.
As long as they're within range. So
yeah,
you have
so
no one that you can
melee
take out.
range
But
or
that is cool though, because if you're shooting at them with longbows, then you could push them back a little bit
We could
Yep.
do the good
because
old.
you're suppressing them.
We could like reverse it, right? So I lay down the spike field, you push.
There we go.
there's a lot of things that you guys can do with this. This is
It depends. It really depends on what rings they all move through.
Yep.
Is going to really determine how we're going to cooperate with that kind of stuff. So.
all right. Are we moving to the next round?
Yeah, there's not really anything
Yeah.
that they can do. I mean, they
Alright.
can like attempt to rally, but they can't move to do it. So
Yeah.
whatever.
Cultists.
They can't rally themselves. Bring it on, cultists. One action.
1, 2, and then they're going to attack on their turn. 1, 2, and they'll attack.
So they can only attack the walls, that other one then, because there's not an enemy unit within that range, right? Within that wedge. So they would have to attack the walls, correct?
Yep.
Good. Okay.
And they'll actually take their third to move into that space.
Difficult terrain.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Click, select, so I can see what's happening. Good enough. All right. Longbow attack. Oh, wait, there's nobody there either. All right, they'll move up.
All right. So I'll potentially have to move to try and take some of those close.
All right, so they're going to attack because they're the only ones that can. That's a 5.
Guys, the walls are doing their job.
You don't even have that good of AC. Their AC is 10.
Yeah.
All right, that'll be their turn. It is the werewolf turn now.
They're going to waste the turns repairing their siege engine.
No.
No.
Well, they're going to use... So they're going to spend 2 actions to repair the siege engine.
Oh.
And then... Let's see. There's not much they can do. They can see a bunch of fire in front of them.
It's cool fire. They can just walk through it.
All right. They'll
Wow,
move
they must roll
there.
4. They must roll 4.
Well, actually, that was 1 action to go 1, 2.
They have movement speed.
Oh, they have a higher speed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually,
Makes sense.
oh yeah, because they're going to go
What do they move like 60? Jeez.
1, 2
Holy crap.
as their other action. They did roll a 4, and they have 2 movement speed because they are 4-legged, running as a pack.
Yeah, but they're also hauling a siege engine with them.
Oh, the siege engine came there?
Yep. I mean, they kind of left it behind because they can't use it now.
Oh.
Hey, you know what's really cool, though, is they're in range of your badger now.
All right, so they're going to move over, and then they're going to move down. So that was 1, 2.
It's fine. Get them to go to the gate.
And they're going to siege twice.
Miss. Miss.
All right, guys. So here's what I'm gonna do.
Werewolves don't have good articulation to
Yeah,
control
exactly.
machines.
They
All
really
right.
don't.
So what we're gonna do, right, is I'm gonna put up my Talamh wall where the doors are, and I'm gonna send the doors out for a slam attack.
Because the doors have a movement
The
speed.
doors have one speed of movement.
I hate you all.
That would be hilarious. The doors just waddle out and like
All
a
right.
flunk from Mario.
It's the
It's a
ogre
door
turn
mimic.
now. All right, they actually can do something.
These ones are on fire.
Yep.
These ogres are on fire. That was a stretch. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's good.
I respect it.
It was no worse than any of the other jokes we've been making.
Oh, that's gonna miss.
If they were hitting, this would be a lot more dangerous. The fact that we're at least getting a good round or two of them not hitting a lot is
And in
helping
their
us.
range, they're gonna throw a boulder.
If they're attacking the walls, I think that misses, but that would hit the troops, right?
You hit the. Yeah, I think so. But
They're disadvantaged.
walls are
on-
13, doors are 10.
Ah, they're
Oh,
alright, so
yeah.
that
Walls have
misses.
13 AC. Walls have 13, yep.
Oh,
All
look
right.
at that. They're stoned.
They're fairly sturdy walls,
They are
Those walls-
sturdy walls.
at least for
Alright.
this.
Here we go. These guys are going to take their are they gonna move? No, because they're dumb and they want to attack. So going after Oliver's troops. That's a 23.
Oh, that's
A
definitely
20.
a hit.
Wow.
That's a nat 20. They don't actually have a plus to anything, so I need to keep that in mind when I'm rolling these attacks. That it's built in because if they attack you directly, they get a bonus.
Oh, yeah.
But if they attack the troops, they don't get a bonus. It's a straight roll. So that's still a 19. So Oliver, your troops take 12 damage as they get pelted with arrows.
All right. Oliver might want to use an action to do some healing, depending on how many actions he rolls.
And then they're going to throw a rock at the wall.
At least they're missing with those rocks, because
The rock, they go to pick up the rock and it's on fire and just burns around.
So now,
Ah!
I do have one question for this turn coming up. So these guys that are in the melee range, in
Yes.
these two sections, we can't melee attack them because they're outside the wall.
No,
right?
they are within melee range. You can attack them.
Okay, I'm
You're going over the edge. They're starting to climb up the walls, and
Oh,
you can
so
stab
we're
them
like-
down.
They have like ladders and stuff, and we're stabbing them off the walls. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Helm's Deep style. Okay.
Helm's Deep.
Uh,
That's what this is. Casper is back with another raid. Another 9.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Casper.
Casper, you are amazing.
Ah!
This is awesome.
Thank you to T-Tray KJ, and then for following us. We're at 42 followers. We are 8 away, guys.
8 away
50.
from an art giveaway.
And
so stick around, give us a follow.
If you follow, we get 50. It's an art giveaway.
No, 50 is the t-shirt.
50 is
You
the
could roll
t-shirt.
better dice.
Yeah, our giveaways on 100 on YouTube, which we're pretty close to as well. So.
We are at 92 on YouTube.
5.
95. Good lord. I love you all. All right,
Thanks, guys.
Oliver, you're up.
Now here's the question: is it dragon time? Because if I do dragon, I could technically split up from the dragon, so dragon could cover one side of the wall, and I could cover another.
Oh, that's true.
No, I mean, I will say this. Your dragon is one of the things that's very capable, if you summon the silver one, of damaging the werewolves.
That is
Oh,
true.
yeah.
So do you want to
So-
send it against the normal troops, or do you want to save it for if the werewolves get real?
If I don't do that, should I move up or down?
That's up to you. Because we don't. It looks like the werewolves are like really swinging around this way, kind of interestingly. So I don't know. Because they came over here instead of.
They don't know the
This
door
way.
is no bueno.
Yeah. So they might all
can't
be
even
trying to.
see the door right
They
now.
might be trying to navigate around towards the door because they know that's the easiest weak point.
Right, but I know the cultists are right now trying to get to the wall.
It's up to you, man. Either one of those groups is a similar threat at the moment.
I'm gonna move down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna move down because either way, one of you two could move and do some of yours. I'm going to now cast Acid Ball directly at these people to
So
the south.
will his area of effect spells do full damage because they're hitting a larger area?
We do full dam. It does full. We roll for full damage and then we half it, and that's how many get taken out.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Which
Okay.
is still a massive amount, but
Yeah.
31.
31.
So
So
halved.
half to 16.
Yay.
I don't think I
So
have the-
you just watch. There's all these bubbling cauldrons around, and Oliver looks at them, and you see that spark of inspiration, and just acid ball down on them. The moat that they're crawling in just turns a sickly green as they're trying to wade through it, and yeah.
There's like a tiny bit of water in the moat because you were using the flask of endless water.
Yeah.
So a couple
To-
inches, not enough to be a huge problem, but enough to not be fun.
To maybe alleviate
Some squelching mud at the very least.
Some of this, I can bonus action hide with my cunning action.
You
So
could. I
I'm
feel like
going
that would
to-
work with the walls.
I'm going to cunning action hide real quick.
Well, that just took you from a high risk to a mild risk.
Nice.
Because that was going to be a high risk. I mean, you just took out more than... You took out a chunk of them, like 10% of them. So, roll me a d6. No, d4. D4.
4.
Oh, no.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So, cultists are going to roll... I'm going to roll that they are far enough away that they are going to be longbow attacks. Because they have to fire up and over.
They have to arc them over the...
Well, and they still technically have a round of movement before they're up against the wall. Because it's difficult terrain.
Yeah, true. So,
We'll do 4 longbow attacks. What's your AC?
17.
Okay, they might actually hit. That'll hit. So that's 10 damage.
ow.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna miss.
Yes.
Miss. And hit. So, 20 damage.
Ouch. Yeah, that's the risk of stepping out on your own. But for you, you
Mhm.
can deal so much damage if you do. Oh,
It's
man.
the trade-off, because you guys are so much more powerful than anybody here.
Yeah.
I cannot surmount just did such a good job with balancing this that, and then I tweaked it a lot. Like, I spent days trying to make sure that all the numbers worked. I had to do math, y'all, on my free time.
I do have one, because it's me now, right?
Unless Oliver wants to move, it'll be you.
I use movement.
Oh,
already
you
to
moved to
into
get
that
there,
space.
so, yep. All right.
Do I have to move? Would I have to move into his space to heal him?
No, you're adjacent.
Okay. Do you need me to heal you, Oliver?
I'm 60 out of 80 right now.
But if you take a couple more hits like that, that could definitely drop that pretty
If
quick.
I get like high risk and get 6 and they all hit, I'm down.
Yeah. Problem is, I don't have a lot of options for healing. Mostly it's just my lay on hands and then a couple of spells that don't heal all that much.
This sounds like a job for healing spirit.
Maybe.
Which I have.
Aura of Vitality, I think, would just help me heal my group because it's just an aura around me. Yeah, I think. You know what? I'm not going to use my lay on hands for anything else. Yeah, you took 20 damage. Back up to full. Boom. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Ridire just runs over, and then runs back into his squad. That'll be my action. Yep.
Out of my way, I must touch him.
Because he can deal tons of damage, so I'll just keep him topped up with that as long as I can, and then
All right.
because it's not as effective to heal the squad. I mean, well, I guess actually it could work the same way because I can expend points in whatever way I want. So if I expended 10 points, the implication would be that I went and healed 10 of the guys. But that would maybe take more than one action. So it's more advantageous to use it on us.
I will say it's way more advantageous because you're touching an individual person.
Yeah.
I'd allow it, but it would be halved. Whatever you're healing would be halved.
Well, I get to select my healing points. I don't roll. I select exactly how many I spend. So,
each individual person has 1 hit point total.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be able to use a whole ton in one turn. It'd probably be like you'd have to give me like a number of the maximum I could heal in one turn.
Yeah.
Like that. So it's just not economical. It's better to use lay on hands for us and maybe use my Aura of Vitality for the group because we could maybe say that heals a few more at once kind of thing. That's my whole action. There's no bonus action I think that I want to do, so I think that's going to be my whole thing. I'm just a healer until things get really bad.
Okay. Talamh, you're up.
All right. Should I attempt to kill some cultists?
I think that's going to be your best option right now. You have Roland as well, so you could push them back into the werewolves.
Well, that's on the Builthy turn. Remember that?
That's on the Builthy turn. Yeah.
All right. So if I were to go here, I can't. I have to use a whole movement to get over here.
Yep.
Remember, you are going to potentially provoke attacks, so you would maybe want to use your Armor of Earth if you're going to do that.
No, you won't attack. There's no attack of opportunities.
No, but if she attacks them, she'll get.
Oh yeah.
So you'll probably want those hit points from Armor of Earth.
But I can't cast spells.
Oh, that's right. So it wouldn't help as much. I don't know.
But I can melee them, right?
Yeah, they're close enough to melee.
You only live once. I mean, we have.
But remember, when you're doing an attack, it's only going to deal 1 damage because you're attacking one person.
Yeah, but she's a monk.
Each attack would hit another target. So yes.
Yeah. Is that how that works?
Flurry of blows would let you take out like 2 or 3 of them.
Well, it's not worth doing that if I'm only going to hit one person.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's considered a single target. They have enough hit points that it would...
Yeah.
The chance to kill them outright would be...
You'd pretty much guaranteed kill 3 goblins, but I would only do 3 hit points to the
hang on. They have to move through here, right?
They have to get 1 more movement to get up onto the wall.
Okay.
Then move into here on their next turn, but then if they reach the middle, it's considered game over.
If they reach the middle at all, we just automatically lose?
Well, it would change the combat up a lot.
That is somewhat bothersome to me, considering they can just take 1 move to climb the wall. So the wall, all it does is slow them down a tiny bit.
It wouldn't be like an automatic, it's over, the city's sacked. We would just go into a different type of combat.
Yeah, I feel like that's way too easy for them to climb up the wall.
All right, so we previously said that spiked growth can go up on walls.
Yep.
Yes, we have established that.
So for people trying to climb walls?
Yeah.
It's difficult terrain and deals damage.
Yeah, so... But they're not going to know they're getting hurt until they get to the wall, so they won't know it was me.
It's true, it's not a direct attack.
It's been a while. Did we get the sword out of the town?
No, I have it.
Okay.
So that's what's going to happen. The wall that they're trying to climb is going to hurt them severely.
Okay.
Spike growth on the wall.
So
I like that.
How much damage does spike growth do?
Oh wait, actually I could probably just stay here and do it because it has range.
Yeah?
Damage, spike growth does a d4 per 5 foot.
I thought it was 2d4 per 5.
Or 2d4 per 5 foot.
Yeah.
Alright, so for this, because it's a full wall, 2d4, so we're gonna say 10 is too much, because that's upwards of 40 damage. 2 is too little, because that's maximum of 8, so we'll say 5d4.
Okay, so it's so it'll probably just last when they try to get to it.
Yeah.
I would think.
Okay.
So once I guess if they get past it, it
Yeah.
wouldn't be there because.
And Ross was correct. He said in the comments, "Dragon time." I think now that we know that we have to really prevent them from getting to the center, the dragons are going to be much more important. I think. So
They are.
Yeah, you don't have to do it
Oh.
right now, but maybe
No.
next round when they all get closer.
Yeah, once the spike growth goes away, I can drag it up.
Yeah, but Oliver can maybe do it on his next action.
I will say they can't move through an army, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, but we only have 3 armies and they have like 6, so all I have to do is all get to a different center ring and then walk across the wall and then win. So.
Oh yeah, I also want my
That's
elk.
the thing. We have to really use
Oh,
mobility.
Elks are gonna go in the empty squares, I would think, and badgers.
Yeah.
You could have one of the badgers go. The siege weapons are done though, so.
But could the badgers dig underneath the ogres? You know?
One that could reach the ones in the fire and start taking them out from underneath.
Can
The
they
other
like?
one could do one of either the cult members or the werewolves.
Can the badgers make difficult terrain in this one?
Roll me a percentile die. Roll a D100. Yep.
Cool.
So that's
Why not?
That's just permanently difficult terrain now?
That's just another square, difficult terrain.
Good.
Might as well have this one do it.
All right, so I'm going to take off that counter.
Counter?
Yeah,
Because
because
only
they're
last
fired,
a little
they
bit,
were
'cause it's fire.
countered, but
On this one was about to go away because it's fire, but now it's trenches and collapsed sections because of the badger.
yep.
It's just very weakened, so when they get there, it's like they'll roll their ankles and crap, and like
There you
potentially
go.
fall down.
Sweet. That'll help a lot. We can mitigate what.
If it was a 1 to 49, no, a 1 to 50 was going to be a no. A 51 to 100 was a yes. So.
All right, just barely squeaking by.
55. All right, is that your turn then?
So I put the spiked growth down. Bonus action, badger moles. Ha, giant badgers. No, they might as well be badger moles. I'm basically off.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we're good because Yeah, I think we're.
All right, so roll your d4s for your.
Oh, please give us lots of actions.
Oh.
Well, at least I have enemies in the wedge I'm in to attack. And Panda has some good movement, so that's good. He can respond to one of these other groups.
All right,
All right.
So let's start with Ridire because you've got the one.
Yep, my guy's AC is now down. They didn't take any attacks. Should I attack the werewolves or the goblins, you think? Because I might as well do an attack since it's the only thing I can do.
We didn't silver the arrows.
Oh, I retconned that to say yes.
Oh, okay.
Everything's silvered. Everything will hurt everything.
All right.
Werewolves get more speed. So they're going to be able to get to the wall faster, and they're going to be able to get in faster.
All right,
They
I'm sure
will
that
not
AC is
be able
also-
to get to the center with that speed. I will retcon that because that is way too fast. So I'm nerfing them now.
Once they hit the walls, maybe they reduces to 1 because of all of the city and all that.
I'm just reducing them to 1. It's too fast. It's
Okay.
just too much.
That was ridiculous. They moved like
Yeah.
everywhere.
I would need to add another 10 spaces to make that fair. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I can, even if you want me to, I can put them back.
Well, what's done is done.
I will put them back here and here. So they're
I
in
will.
line of
I'm
sight.
gonna say yes because this is already a severe threat as is.
Okay.
I'm gonna vote for move them back just a
All
tiny
right.
because they are dragging the siege engines with them.
You know what? These guys will go over here so they're at least within line of sight.
Okay. Well, since they only have the one action, then that moving them back, making that adjustment, I will just attack these goblins.
Okay. And they're not supposed to run up anyways. They're better than the cannon fodder.
Yeah.
that they're sending forward. So
Longbows. That's a 3. That's good.
oh no.
Yeah. So that's their action.
All right. Curiosity, Talamh, your group.
All right. He can't shift. He can't push these guys back. They have to be closer, right?
No, I think he can push him back anytime he hits someone, right?
Anybody in the
Oh, so
line
we
of
could-
sight, as long
So
as
the
you don't.
cultist guy.
Yep. So in anything up to here can get pushed back.
Oh snap! Wait,
Yeah.
anything up to here?
Up to here.
Up to
'cause you have
the outer range.
anything
ring.
you have range to hit. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so I have 2 actions. Would it be? It would probably be worth it. Well, I mean, they're gonna get hurt walking through the Druid Grove.
True.
I
mean,
could come down here and push these guys back.
Or move with your elk. Push that back too.
Yeah, either one of those groups pushing back, they're more threatening because he said it's going to take them 5 turns plus taking damage to get through all of that.
Well,
So
the thing is,
unless
I
they
don't
move
want
to a
to push.
different wedge.
I want these guys to get hurt on my spiked growth.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm coming down here with my. Well, my group's gonna go down there and
Yeah, you'll have to stay up
and
there.
shove them back.
All right, so that's 1, that's 2, and that is, and then you get a attack of opportunity. So go ahead and do a melee attack.
Oh, sweet. Melee attacks do a tiny bit more damage.
Just roll d20.
Roll a d20.
Please hit.
Ah,
Darn.
Oh,
That would have been nice to get that little bit of damage pushing him back. But that's still helpful. Pushing him back still helps a lot.
because now they take 2 more turns to get up to the wall again.
You're gonna be really important now using that to keep them off the walls, probably.
Yeah.
Most
Roll.
important
I gotta
things.
roll high on. Hey,
Yeah.
you get back.
And if any of them get inside the walls, I have to plant my troops on top of them because I can get the better AC. So
Yep.
that's what I need to try and do. Yep. Okay. That's helping us kind of formulate our strategy. Good.
all right.
I have 3. I think maybe I should use 1 to heal.
Yeah.
I would, because you've taken your group's the only one that's taking hits.
Yeah. I'll take 1 to roll d10, I believe it is.
Yep.
8.
Hey,
That's a good.
that's good.
I have 2 more. I could either use it to move 1 and melee attack, or I could
Shoot at those guys that are out there
right.
twice, but they're not
Right.
the most immediate threat.
No.
Wait. Oh, okay. You can't shoot across.
You know what I'm going to say? No more counter on the difficult terrain.
Just difficult
Permanent.
terrain.
Difficult
Oh.
terrain.
Wow.
Can I difficult terrain only in my line of sight, or is it anywhere in the range?
Only in your line of sight.
Okay. That's the other thing. I could move 1 and difficult terrain like the southern cultists.
Oh, that might be good because they're gonna try to get back in. They'll have
Well,
to
there
come
is
into
this, but there is this thing. So these guys are going to probably try and move. They are going to take damage from the spike growth, but if you melee attack them, if your squad melee attacks them, it won't push them back. So
True.
they'll still potentially take the damage from the spike growth.
Remember that there is a troop here, so this is now occupied. So
Yeah,
you
this one's
can't
now
go south.
occupied.
Oh, so
So,
you'd have to take them
If
up
I
here.
move, I go north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it depends on, do you want to move up here and melee these guys, or do you want to just take some shots at these dudes?
Those dudes don't seem to be doing much in terms of approaching so far.
Yeah, no, I can't
feel
hit
like
the
they're
damn
pretty-
walls for...
They're pretty locked back. I think I'm gonna go move up 1 and melee attack.
I think that's a good idea. Because that's one of our biggest threat points right now.
All right, so you're going to move up.
Yep.
That's
And
1.
melee.
So you get
One more.
1 to
just
heal,
do
1 to
the-
move, 1 to melee.
Take 20. 60.
There you go. So that's 12 damage.
That's
right?
12
Melee?
damage.
Nice. That'll help.
All right. I think that's everybody.
Yep.
All right, cultist turn. Give him a D4.
Roll a 1.
Ah!
You roll a 1.
Rolled a 1.
Or a 2 or 1. Okay.
All right, so these guys will move forward. They're now in the difficult terrain area. And these guys will move forward because they don't know any better, and they will take 4 damage.
Only 4.
Well, because 4 of them got shredded. 4 guys died on the spikes.
Right. I think there'd be more.
Well,
It's just saving us from having to roll constantly over and over.
I gotcha.
But no, because it's the spike growth, right?
Right,
Yeah.
we said 5d8s for spike growth.
That's for
Unless
yours.
it's a different... Oh,
This
because
is
I've got
the
the...
Druid Grove one.
I got that
but it's
good,
this. I mean, the
spike
damage
growth.
is the same, but it's not on the wall. It's just on the ground in front of the gate.
Okay.
So
there's
I
a little-
will up that to 8.
Oh, sweet.
Because
Well, the thing is, like,
it should be a lot more damage than just.
Will
the
they take that
average.
damage every turn that they're standing there? Because that's implying that the troops are milling about on top of the spikes.
Yep.
Good enough.
Mm.
Because that one lasts for 24 hours. Yours might go away after a little bit. That one is there for the whole siege. So
And remember
Yeah,
that
mine-
it takes 5 movement to get from the space they're in to the next space.
Yep. So those guys are locked down pretty good for a little while.
And every
Oh.
movement is another 8.
Is another 8
Actually.
damage.
So
that's
if I
good.
was going to attack them directly with a spell, now would be the time to do it because they're all at disadvantage to hit me.
Yes, because of the fog. Yep,
Uh-huh.
they're in the fog.
Alright, and then these guys are going to move their 1 movement to get up against the wall.
Okay.
And they are going to take... They're against the wall, so they've entered the spike growth. So roll your 5d8.
All right.
I can't believe I got a 1 on them. I was hoping for a 2.
Well, that's
at
a
least.
nice amount of damage.
Oh,
Are we having that similar to like Oliver's, or is that going to be the full amount?
that's the full
I guess
amount.
that's them because they're climbing up. So some of them are getting spiked, some of them are falling off the wall. Oh
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Going
that-
up the
that
wall
was-
and hitting others on the way down.
exactly. That's vicious.
Oh.
Even if it goes away after that round, that was super worthwhile.
I just keep putting up spike growth, guys. You know how many spell slots I have?
Yeah. Well, that's
And-
a first level spell, right? Yeah.
That's a second level spell.
I will
Call
say
the
it
city
does
the
go
blender.
away after this round, because...
That's fine. I
That's
mean, that's...
fine.
If you spin it in a circle, it's like a saw blade.
That's.
I don't know if it
that's-
works that way,
That's a
but
lot
that
of
would be
damage,
cool.
And there's a group now blocking them there, so they've
Yeah.
taken all that damage, and there's guys that can directly fight them. So-
That,
Alright, werewolves,
and
do
they
a
don't
little
know
bit
I
more.
did it. Unless you want to assess my risk.
Your turn's over.
Oh.
So the
they don't
consequence
know
round
where that
happens
originated.
on your turn, not
Oh
their
my
turn.
god, guys, I can get around the consequence system.
By using spike growth, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
That's-
eventually they're gonna see you casting the spell.
Eventually.
200 eyes. Well,
But even
Not as
still,
258
still
eyes
gonna
from
be-
there, and they're blind, so I don't know. You're probably pretty well off. All right, so they're going to move here, and they're going to siege Ballista.
Miss. Yes!
2,
Yeah!
10, 1.
Yeah!
Eyes broken
Yeah!
again.
I'm so glad I changed my shirt.
I mean, I will say this. They did just build these ballistas in like 2 days, and they probably are not machining experts. So
It's
they're
still
not
Monica
high
too, right?
quality.
So they have to use 2 actions to fix them?
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to either fix
All right.
it. They might have to either fix it or just abandon it at this point.
These
but we'll see
guys
what
are
happens.
going to do the same thing, but they're not going to have to move. So 13 ties
That
go to
ties the
players.
wall. Yes.
Miss.
Hmm.
I didn't know if you were going to say ties go to players counted for the walls, so I'm happy that you did.
All right.
I'm kind of annoyed that I'm doing that, but that's the rule. That is the homebrew rule I've made since day one. Ties
That's
go
true.
to players.
We've been doing that in our campaigns for years at this point. So.
Yeah. All right.
What is look to the... Oh, what's the counter for look to the east? Is that the?
That's
Oh.
the reinforcements arriving.
I was wondering when
Oh.
somebody was going to ask.
Oh,
It
I've
is
known
home
that from the
seat.
beginning. I 100% knew what it was. I wasn't concerned about it. 'cause-
That's our backup.
Yeah.
You all
But
don't
now-
know that.
It went
all
down
don't
by
know that,
2
but-
that time, so the number that it's reducing by is increasing. Or
No,
else-
it's
or he's
just
rolling for
the it's just broken.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
whatever. So
We gotta
Yeah.
hold out for 24 of these turns.
but now these ogres are going to do something.
No, you need to hold out for 42 of these turns.
42.
It's 45. They were 2 days away.
Oh gosh, I thought they were a day away. Jeez.
Nope.
Well, no, because there was also the amount of time it took them to get everyone together, not
That's
just
true.
the travel.
Oh, that makes
Yep.
sense.
So there's like at least an extra day on because of that.
You have 42 hours to survive.
Well, shoot, if we have to be here for 42 hours, like, we'll probably be dead by then.
We got this. We got this, guys.
All right, ogre time.
Can you imagine the demoralizing effect on these guys
Oh, come on!
If we defeat them with no reinforcements? It's
All
unlikely, but if that happened,
We do the thing like was it the end of Two Towers, where Merry and Pippin are just like smoking.
And
Yeah.
they missed.
Yeah, that's just what it'll be. We'll just be sitting there like on a bunch of corpses smoking. The reinforcements will get there. We'll be like, oh,
the salted
hey
pork
guys.
is particularly good. Salted pork.
They're gonna move. How much damage did I say your fire was doing?
I think it was just 5, right?
Yep.
It's not a ton, but it's consistent, and that's nice. You know what you could do if you get enough actions? You could, because your guys are here now. You could throw
Mhm.
dangerous terrain between the werewolves and
Yep, that is.
you. Just force them to have to navigate around.
All
What
right,
I'll do is
Oliver.
we want to barricade it more.
You're
Mhm.
up, Oliver.
Any things we can do to slow down the stronger troops is going to be huge.
Do I do that again? Do I do what I did before again?
I mean, I topped you back up, and you do have a squad around you now, which might help reduce the threat a little bit.
I'm doing it again.
It's a good way to really hit their...
Wow.
Unless you wanted to summon the dragon. Oh, yeah. You did that. Okay.
14.
There you go.
And I'm going to hide.
Roll me a stealth check.
It's
20.
Just a casual 20.
That was a
I
low
just have a
roll,
plus
too.
10.
That's like
that's
a
a 10.
jeez.
All right,
Maybe
well,
the lowest I've rolled that for a while.
roll
Yeah.
a d4.
Okay, that's not bad.
Halved because of a 20.
So 1.
Hey, if I had advantage, that was a 29. So
Ooh,
be grateful.
That's
they do
still-
hit you, though.
They hit you for another 10.
Wait, yeah.
That sucks, but that's okay. That's a
That's
lot
better
less
than
That's a
20.
lot less than it could have been. Yep.
All right. Ridire.
Should I just heal all over again? I mean, what else can I really do?
Oh, I did the
attacking
wrong
these
one.
Me attacking these big troops would be pretty much useless because I'd only kill 1 or 2 because I get 2 attacks. I wish there was something else I could do to boost my group that I'm in. Wait a second. I have a question.
Yes.
So I have a spell. Let me find it here. Where are you? Why am I blind? No, that's 4th level. No, yeah, here, I think this is it. Yeah, I have a spell called Crusader's Mantle. It's an aura, 30-foot radius. Friendly creatures within that radius deal an extra d4 radiant damage on weapon attacks. If I were to cast that, would it make the group that I'm with deal extra damage? And would it just be the d4, or would it be more than that because it's technically giving that d4 to everybody within
Ooh.
30 feet of me?
I'd say it would be the d4 because that's 1 to 4 extra guys you're killing flat
You're
out.
giving them enough damage overall to kill 4 extra guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So that spell, if I cast it, it technically only lasts for 1 minute.
It's
Normal.
a full round.
So it would be a full round.
Yeah.
So, I think Tall of your group is the one that's to the south, right?
Yes, the one that's with Oliver right now.
Do we think it's worth me doing that to gain an extra D4 damage, or is that not worth burning a spell?
Well, they could get pushed back, at the very least, and get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
So at the minimum, I'm getting 2 attacks.
And it would also gain that extra damage
Mm-hmm. So that would be like an extra 8 if they hit both times.
if with max.
Or D4, yeah.
Would it be the D4, or would it just D a flat 4 extra damage because we're going to assume that they're dealing a lot more?
Well, because they're hitting so many targets, somebody's going to get that, so we would say it'd be a straight 4.
Just a flat 4 extra damage, which is huge, though. That turns the 12 to a 16. And it's for the whole round, so it would be for any attacks they can get. I think it's more beneficial for your melee guys. Yeah, so I'm going to move down to where Oliver is.
Can we occupy the same?
We can, I think, right?
Okay.
No.
No,
Oh.
we can't be in the same spaces?
No. You can be in the same space as an army, but you all can't share spaces.
Okay. Can I, would it take me just 1 movement to make it to here, or is that more movement to get to there?
Oh, because I had moved my guys all the way from here down to here. I thought they could go across
can
the
move
courtyard.
across the middle, right? For free?
It wasn't originally intended, but I think because of the amount of movement it would take to get from one side to the other, I'm gonna say yes. You can
So
move. You can move diagonal. You can move diagonally.
Okay.
So yeah, so I will move to this group then, because I think it's more beneficial to do that on the melee attacks than on the ranged attacks. And I will cast Crusader's Mantle, so essentially that group will get that extra 4 damage on all of their attacks that hit.
All right.
For the next turn. And that's Oliver's group that he's controlling. So okay, that's what I'll do for my action.
Talamh.
Oh, okay. How far out can I cast a spike growth? Can I do it in here?
Yes.
Spike growth doesn't last very long, though.
Oh, no, that's right. So it wouldn't last long enough for me.
It's really, I think the best thing for you to do if you're going to cast it is like do it on the walls like you did when there's a group approaching like that.
From here, can I put it back on the wall?
Yes.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Nice.
Because it is ranged, so.
Cool. That'll help.
All right. Roll your d4s.
Oh, do I generate threat by doing that? Because I didn't attack
Oh,
anything.
no. No, you don't, and neither does Talamh.
Oh, okay.
Well, roll... Yeah, no, because you're away from it. So.
I just moved into the group and I have an aura emanating off of me.
Yeah, that's not going to draw attention. So, roll your d4s. Panda got a 2.
For our troops.
Yep. Builthy turn.
Oh, yes. 3 is better than 1.
Oh my god!
You gotta stop psyching yourself out, man.
My group isn't the one that's immediately encountering any threat right now, so that's okay. They can just keep ranged attacking those other guys.
And they can rally my guys.
That's true. Does it? do we get to determine which order they go in, or are they going in a set order?
The troops?
The troops.
You can determine. They all go at the same time, so it's however you want to go.
Well, yeah,
I've
then
been calling it out because...
Yeah. My guys with their one action are going to rally this other team down here that's with Oliver.
Did we skip the elk and the badgers, by the way?
Oh, yeah, you didn't do that.
Well, the elk... the badgers...
There's an elk with my troops and Ridire.
Alright, badgers are
the
gonna...
badgers.
Here and here.
I'm assuming the elk can really only attack like a single target, kind of similar.
Yeah.
Like we can.
So they're just kind of milling about right now.
The elk, I think, would they count as at least blocking troops from moving through until they die?
Yes.
So they're just good. They're just meat shields.
All right. So elk will go into the empty space.
They're just good boys.
Yeah, they're good boys, and they will
They're
help.
good boys.
They keep the enemy at bay long enough for us to move over and respond.
Cool. All right, so
All right, Builthy phase now. So Ridire
All right, so-
boosts
Talamh's squad.
Tallah's squad.
and they attack these guys. That's one action, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So they're gonna attack them.
With
All right,
advantage.
roll your d20 with advantage.
Go.
Oh, darn.
Oh.
Well,
Well,
okay.
it's for next attack. So, oh no, so you attacked.
That was the attack. Yeah.
That was
Yep.
the attack. So they
You
don't do
have-
it.
You have 2 other actions, so
I'm gonna attack them again.
Okay.
there you go.
That hits.
It's 12 because it's melee, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh wait. Yeah.
Then you could shove
Ah.
him, right?
You can shove them for your last action. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna shove them
Roll.
in, rather than.
Because then
Alright.
that'll get attack of opportunity.
But that was the attack of opportunity that I
It's the
rolled.
4.
So
Okay, so they
That's what I was
repel
intending
good
to
match
do.
to deal any extra damage. That's okay though. Pushing them back like that still helps a lot. 'Cause
so that was my.
forcing them off the walls.
All right.
was my
So that was
three actions,
Ridire's.
yeah.
That was Talamh, and now we have Oliver's squad.
And you have
I'm gonna
2
use one of my
actions.
actions to put in this middle row here, cast, so it's difficult terrain.
Well, I mean, we do want to do that, but at the same time, I'm giving that damage boost, and it's for this turn only.
Was that to
So-
everybody?
It's to your squadron that I'm with.
Right. Okay.
So if they attacked twice and they hit with both, they would essentially get that extra 4 damage on both attacks. It's up to you if you still want to do that. I'm just making sure you realize that only is going to be for this turn.
My
Yeah.
only concern is that they don't have their siege weapons right now. So if they decide to start moving up,
True.
but even if they, it depends on how much movement they get.
It's not a bad idea to put up that difficult terrain. So I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. I'm just making sure you that
Wish I got 3.
because it's still only the potential of the extra damage because you still have to hit to deal it. So the difficult terrain's a sure thing because it's your general. So,
I don't want to waste it, so I think I'll do the 2 attacks actually.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, come on. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Could have done the difficult terrain. Well, hindsight's 2020.
All right.
All right.
Cultist turn.
At least there's still the spike growth there.
Okay, finally.
Nope, they got a bunch of stuff now.
All right, starting from the top, they're going to start their turn by taking the 8. 8 damage from the spike growth.
Woo!
Oh, I'm not rolling for it.
No, that's mine.
These guys.
Oh, them,
We're going
okay.
clockwise. So then they're going to move 4 spaces towards it. So they've got 1 more, but that's another 4 times 8.
32.
32.
Oh, that's putting in work.
So that was 40 damage to that squadron. So that's nice.
Yep, that hurt. They didn't like that.
But they did get a lot of progress towards getting to the doors.
They are
That-
1 space away from the door.
Then
I
they still
mean-
try and get through the doors. So
Well, so on my turn, how would we like the door to have like an extra, I don't know, 180 hit points?
You could do that, or you could just move your squad up, push them back, so they have to go through it all again.
Oh my god, Chuck's face right now. Because each round is an hour, and I have to concentrate for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Yep.
but I honestly think though, if you move your squadron up and push them back away from the doors,
Oh no,
I think
that
that's more
too.
worthwhile.
that's way more useful. But I guess on
Right,
your
those are
action,
two
you
separate
could-
Saying
things,
on
because
my
yeah,
own turn.
you could do both. So yeah, cool.
I love you all. I love you all so much. This is exactly what I wanted. I didn't
little
want it
worried
to
at
just
first.
be a
Now-
hit fest of like, okay, 5 approach you, 6 approach you, 3 approach you. Like I needed it to be more. This is a siege. This is big. This is exactly how I wanted this to play out. I'm so happy.
No, this is good, and I'm definitely taking inspiration from this for my campaign, guys.
The thing I love about this is basically just we're just playing Castle Panic, which is awesome. It's Castle Panic, but with extra D&D stuff involved.
Yeah.
That's a lot more versatile.
So, the guys on the south end now going clockwise.
Yes.
They are going to do on a longbow attack,
Oh yeah, because there's a squad there.
and that was a
13, I think, hits the basic troops.
nope because it was a 10. The +3 is added on
that's what
after
it
it,
was.
so that's a
Right.
that's
That's a high.
that's a tie. So then they're going to go and do a nat 20, which
Wow.
means nothing in...
Oh,
But it hits
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So 10 damage to
to that squad.
this squad.
That's
Which
Oh.
Penguin Squad?
Southern.
Oh,
Green
to my
squad.
guys.
Yep.
To my guys. All
That's
right.
the first damage they've taken.
Who have not taken damage yet.
Yeah.
Gosh dang, I wish my I wish those guys would have hit with my spell, but oh well, what do you do?
All right. So that was 2 actions. And then they're going to go 1 and 2. No, yes. So they're 1 action away because you made it difficult terrain on top of... And that's fire, right?
No, that one's just
No.
the moat.
That's just the moat terrain.
Oh, okay, I'm going to get rid of that icon then because, like, mode is already considered difficult terrain. I don't want to confuse myself
Yeah.
with what's on fire.
Yep. That's a good idea.
And actually, just to make it even easier... Well, I'll find it during your turn. Somewhere along here, there's like a fire symbol. Nope. Don't X out of it. There you go. Okay, so that was their turn. They are now against the wall. And Oliver, you can look down and you can see that they have a siege tower and what appears to be a covered wagon of some kind.
Uh-oh.
And then these guys are going to use their 1 movement to go up against the wall.
Roll your
5d8.
Oh,
that's
it's not as good.
Still helps though. Still helps.
Minus, so that's
They were a little bit more
15.
prepared for it this time because it's
Yep.
happened
Yeah.
before.
And they are against the wall now. So they are going to take, and Ridire, you can see the same thing. So you can see a siege tower as well as something covered. And they're going to use that to try and hit the wall. And that's a 15.
Oh, so it's a battering ram. Darn.
Yep.
Grand.
All right. And that, how many hit points do the walls have?
They have 300.
300 hit points.
All right. You watch as it takes a very small chunk out of the wall.
I cast mend on the wall. No, I'm just kidding.
I will bring back the werewolf speed.
I don't have mend.
All right.
I cast Mold Earth. I cast Shape Earth.
They're going to do it again.
Dang.
Ugh,
Hit.
jeez.
It's only doing 10 damage.
Yeah, it's going to take them a long time to get through with the battering ram.
It's
But
not.
still,
It's not meant for a wall.
yeah, it's going to be more effective against the door, which only has 100 hit points.
Yep.
Yeah.
But at this point, they're
They're just like, whatever, use the tools you've got.
And now this time they're going to do kaboom, and they missed.
So do they deal damage to themselves when they do that, please? I'm hoping.
What?
Is that damage or is that just the chance of damage?
No, that's you watch as a third of the enemy
Just explodes.
explodes and
One
is
of,
now
them triggered
dead.
it, one of them triggered it too soon, and it chain reacted through a bunch of the other ones. Oh, thank goodness that missed, because that will damage those walls.
Yes, it will. It does a lot of damage to the wall.
That little section of the army is got to be looking rough now.
They are.
I mean, there's still a lot of guys
starting to look rough. They're still pretty strong.
Yeah, they got a lot of hit points, but they have taken a lot of damage.
All right, well, that's the cultist turn. Werewolf turn.
Werewolves are like, haha, they're exploding on the walls. They don't realize that it was that it didn't do anything.
All right, I believe it's this group that has to rebuild the ballista up there.
Yes.
2 turns will rebuild the ballista.
Okay.
9 and an 18. They finally hit.
Woo! The ballista. I'm assuming, is that hitting the walls or is that hitting the troops?
That's hitting the walls.
Cool.
And that does a lot more than the battering ram, but not a ton more.
How much? Or I guess you don't have to tell me, but I'm just curious.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Because I would like to, because we can assess how much, how sturdy the walls are looking. So.
Yeah, I'll let you know if they start to look rough, but
okay. Yep.
Right now I have to math.
Taking some damage. The one good thing is, like, if there's only one section of the wall that's really getting hit, that can be the section that Talamh puts. Oh, you can only put an extra wall up once, though, can't you? So if you're going to do that on the door, that's going to change things. But oh well.
Okay.
We all are probably going to die. It's okay.
That was their turn. These guys are just going to go ham on the ballista.
They're all going to die.
That's an 18. That's a 1, and it breaks, and they spend the next 2 turns fixing it.
But they did get one hit first.
They did get 1 hit. They just then that's all their turn.
Yep.
Now is where we activate our trap card. We put titans in the walls.
I activate magic cylinder. It redirects the attack back at you.
You've activated my trap card, Yugi.
That's how I won a impromptu Yu-Gi-Oh tournament one time.
Really, with a trap card?
The guy was using god cards because he thought they made him indestructible, and it wasn't like any sort of thing official. It was just me and a group of friends would play at lunchtime at school. So we set up a little mini tournament to play over the course of a few days. And he kept being like, well, god cards can't be affected by this, can't be affected by that. And everyone was kind of trying to argue it, but none of us cared enough to really make a huge deal out of it. And so he summoned his winged dragon of Ra, dropped his hit points to 1 to give them all to it so that it could have more attack damage, and attacked me, and then I just flipped magic cylinder, which redirects the attack. And he was like, well, god cards can't be affected by trap cards. And then everyone in the group was like, but it's not not targeting the god, it's targeting the god's attack. And so everyone was on my side because this guy was being a dick about it. so then I won. Oh, I love that card. Magic Cylinder was awesome.
All right.
Yeah, I know I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh nerd, guys. I'm sorry.
Apologize for nothing. Ogre turn. I lost my D4. Let me turn around and grab one more.
Oliver pulls out his Uno reverse card from the deck of many things.
Ogres I'm rolling really well now.
It would be funny. It's just a reverse.
No, you.
Yep.
1.
I get
miss.
Should I turn
2.
it into
Miss. 3.
turn it into Avengers
miss.
Endgame?
4. Hit.
Portals open up.
Woo! They got 1 boulder hit.
What was that about Endgame?
Let's say I'll turn it into like the end of Endgame.
Oh,
Open a bunch of portals to.
whoosh.
Okay. Next group. They're actually going to attack the troops. 20.
That's a hit. Which group is that? Is that...
This group right here has not taken damage yet.
Yep.
Now they have 12 people have died.
Oh, no.
Another 20.
Oh! I don't like
Hey.
this.
No. Make it stop. Jeez.
These goblins apparently have really...
And that's a 20 and a 12. So all of those hit.
That is ridiculous.
That hurts.
That's
I hope I
the
roll a high
first
damage.
time I've ever been able to do that much damage in a turn.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of damage, too.
Yeah,
That's your group, right?
That's my group, yeah.
that was a lot of damage. So, Oliver, you're up.
Is it dragon? I want to save dragons for the werewolves, though.
It's whatever you think.
I could just do another. The siege tower and the covered wagon are where I am still, right?
All the cultists have them.
Okay. I'm gonna aim at. I don't know what exploded specifically, but I'm gonna assume. I guess it would be their
It's
rings.
suicide cultists, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if they had like a specific like big thing.
No, just self-undead. Or self no more.
I'm gonna purposefully aim towards the battering ram, and I'm gonna do fireball.
Okay.
So specifically fire damage. So that's -5, so it's 25 instead, so half of 25. But fire damage specifically.
Okay.
I'm supposing it looks burnable, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a lot of assumption.
So they take... What is half?
Half of 25, 13.
13. And we'll say an extra 5 for the flammability of the top of the battering ram catching fire.
And then bonus action hide.
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20. Darn.
14.
14.
Rolled a 4.
I'm still gonna say it's a mild risk. A nat 20 would make you hit invisible, but anything less than a 1 and you're pretty well hidden. So roll a d4.
Oops. Didn't hit my slash there. There. 1.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
17.
That ties.
Eyes.
Goes to you. They miss. All right.
I'm imagining that scene from the really terrible Dwayne Johnson Hercules movie. All the arrows start flying towards him, and the one guy who's like, he knows his destiny is to die. He just...
Yeah.
And every single one misses him.
Oh, that was a terrible movie, but I loved it.
That moment was like the best moment of the whole movie.
Yeah. All right, Ridire, you're up.
Okay. If I were to cast Aura of Vitality, what kind of healing would I be looking at?
What does it do again?
Let me click on it here so I can read you the specific... Where is it? Why am I... There it is. Healing energy radiates out from you in an aura with a 30-foot radius until the spell ends. It moves with you centered on you, and you can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the aura to regain 2d6 hit points. So essentially, you just have to determine... it lasts for 1 minute. So would that just allow me to restore 6 hit points to the group? Because 6 bonus actions in 1 minute? Or are we going to do a little bit different than that?
What's the dice roll again?
2d6 hit points. But
So
that's
yes, I would say they would heal 6 hit points.
Okay, so I don't know if that's worth burning a 3rd level spell slot to just heal 6 hit points to that.
Well, I mean, it's not like you're gonna be smiting.
Yeah, but if they break through the walls and it turns into the other type of combat, I feel like it's going
Oh.
to revert back to normal D&D combat where we're trying to fight our way out of the city or something. So then I might want stuff like this available to keep us alive.
True.
Because I already burned a 3rd level spell slot for Crusader's Mantle, and so I don't want to burn my last one when that. I have 3 now, but I don't want to burn my another one when that didn't really work so well. I don't know if I want to waste any spells. I don't really have any good spells that work for this kind of situation. So I think I will. Man, should I attack anything or? I'm kind of useless in this game mode.
You can still do melee attacks to these guys if you want to chip away.
and I will do 2 hit points of damage to them and become a target. It's not worth it.
I would say if you're doing 2 hit points, you're probably not going to become a target.
We stab 2 guys.
Okay.
Not like Oliver who takes out 30.
Yeah, there's a huge difference between 30 or 15 and 2.
Then I'll be up on the wall and I'll swing twice with my sword at some of the. I'll just be part of this group and help fend guys off the wall.
Okay.
So 12.
That'll hit.
And 19.
That'll hit.
Okay.
I think 12 hits. I don't remember. Where are your? Why are you over there? Get back over there, you punk. Yep, 12 hits.
Yay! Okay, so 2 hit points of damage then.
Which, with how rough they're looking, that actually will add up over time.
If it's not going to attract attention to me, then I'll do that to show that I'm participating in the general fighting.
You're in the midst of a giant group of people that are all clashing. That's not drawing attention to yourself. That's just being part of the battle.
Okay. Good enough then. Then it's worth it. Ooh! And I can shield bash as a bonus action. If I shield, can I knock a guy off the wall with a shield bash?
Of course you can knock a guy off the wall with a shield bash.
Okay, athletics, contested athletics to knock a guy off the wall with a shield bash. That's a nat 20!
Yeah! Wait, do they take fall damage off the walls?
Somehow you end up hitting one guy who knocks into another guy, taking out 2 of them off the wall.
Yeah!
Also, I need you to roll a d20 plus 6.
Uh-oh.
That's how many attacks you take.
Wow. 5.
And roll it again.
It's either really good or really bad.
$16.
Okay. Now roll me 6d6.
16.
Hey, remember the 2 trees that you had up here?
Oh, yeah!
Oh! Yay! My trees!
Yay!
Good boys!
I'm picturing the apple trees from the apple tree from Wizard of Oz, just
throwing apples,
whack.
hitting cultists, knocking them into the spike growth, and getting impaled on the thorns.
Oh yeah!
Yay! My trees are doing something.
Okay.
I'm looking at all my tabs up, and I'm like, awakened tree. He did 2 of them. So,
all right.
There you go.
Cool. Yay!
DM never forgets. Unless you're me and it's an NPC, and then I've probably forgotten your name, what you did, and what your accent was.
I didn't do a ton of damage, but I feel nice about knocking guys off the wall. That feels good.
You did a ton of damage in the scale of the battle.
Yeah, true.
Because if I had to have 1,200 minis on this board...
All of our computers would crash.
It would crash.
Yeah.
Again, this would kill Tiamat.
Can I say that the first time I've ever really succeeded with the shield bash, and it was a nat 20 to knock guys off of the wall.
That's true.
Because I like fail most of the time when I try and shield bash. That's amazing.
It's fun.
All right,
We have fun. Talamh, you're up.
All right. If I were to cast something like Thunderwave, I don't care about the damage, but I want to know they will be pushed back 10 feet. What'll that do to this group?
With the spike growth.
Oh, that would put them back.
Or movement-wise.
That would trigger the spike growth, and it would move them back one more of the difficult terrain.
Then we're doing it, because I don't want them at the wall.
So they're 1 away from being at the wall. That will push them to 2 away from the wall.
All right, well, that's...
take 8 damage from the spike growth.
Yep.
All right.
A bunch of them got pushed across it. Yeah.
So Thunderwave, I mean, do they have to take a collective con save?
They have advantage on con saves, so yes.
Well...
They would, because then they might take some additional damage. A few more of them might die from the blast itself.
Let me see. Hold on. I want to see. Also, on their turn, can I just, like, kinetic spike one of them?
Yeah?
Because I haven't been doing that, but I'm going to start doing it.
Yeah.
I forgot that I could do it.
Take out 1 hit point.
Just one guy every time. Just pop,
Yeah.
pop, pop, pop.
That, yeah. I had that factored in. I knew that would be a thing.
Oh, man. I forgot about it. Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay.
I mean, if
right.
you
Really
want,
close enough.
these are the guys you've been hitting the most. I can take off another 3 damage.
All right. Because I
Talamh
might not
would've-
remember, but
Talamh
Talamh would
would've been
totally
there.
have been
Talamh
eager
would've
to do that.
absolutely been doing
I
it, yeah.
remembered the trees for Ridire. I will remember the spike growth for you.
Kinetic spike. but
Yay.
Kinetic
Yay.
spike. So, alright, do your Thunder Wave. They make con saving throw. Wow.
All right. Fine. Mine's a 17. They just beat it.
Well, they had advantage, so they had a 20.
Oh, 20. They just... All right. So they'll take half of... Not that.
That's a lot.
Half of that. So...
Alright.
5.
But then it moves them back another 1, so they get another -8 because
they're
like,
not moved back.
Oh, they're
They're
not
not
moved back?
moved if they pass the save.
If
yeah.
they pass
Okay.
the save, they don't get moved.
Okay.
Which... Fun. That's...
Yeah, that's the one downside of it being the horde kind of rules.
What I should have done is reinforce the gate, but I didn't, so...
That's a good. The gate hasn't taken any damage yet.
Bonus action. Difficult for badgers.
That's good. That's definitely gonna keep them. That's helping us basically make it just be these guys at the wall that we're
I
dealing with.
love that the badgers are just wandering around. I feel bad for Builthy if they survive this because their landscape is destroyed.
I think they would rather have a destroyed landscape than an entire dead village.
I'm sorry. We've tilled the soil for them. This is all fertile farmland now.
It'll be like the trenches from World War I. It'll be like a monument.
Oh, there you go, because that's what everybody wants to remember. I have the green
People go
fields
to
of
them all the
France
time.
stuck in my head now, so that's nice.
You're welcome.
That's a depressing song.
I guess that's
That's
all I can
Talamh?
really do. Yeah.
All right,
Troops.
roll your D4s for the Builthy troops.
Come on.
All right. Well, that's
2, 2,
Hey!
3. Nobody got a 1. And Ross Ryan, I like to be nice. I like to. I enjoy. I don't like to punish my players because I have ADHD and I know what it's like to try and remember everything.
When there's
Especially new
this many
mechanics
things,
like this.
yeah.
This is all brand new mechanics, so... But it's more fun if people are enjoying themselves than punishing. So, who wants to go first? Who's doing what?
I think I need to do some healing with mine, so that's probably all I'm gonna probably heal twice and then attack. I think is my best option with my group because they took a beating that last round.
Yeah, they did.
And I can't move. I guess I could move them, but then that's all they would really be able to do would be to move to the space that Talamh's in.
Yeah.
And so I guess I could move them up there to help try and repel those guys.
You can do 2 moves and a heal.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, let's do that.
One.
2 moves, and then I'll roll a d10 for some healing.
All right.
7. Something.
That's actually pretty significant from where they were
Yeah.
at.
It helps.
It helps a lot, especially because now they're not going to be getting pummeled with longbows.
Yeah, and now we have troops in each of the areas that have guys at the wall, so that they can't really move any further in for the time being. Obviously, if those goblins approach, that'll be different. But
Yep. All right. That was Ridire's troops. Who's next?
I'm going to. I'll be pretty fast. I'm gonna do the cast where I said I was going to do last time. It's in front of the werewolves.
yeah, since they didn't move, that works out really well.
And then I'm gonna melee attack the people in front of me.
Okay. Roll your d20.
13
Nice.
ties.
That'll hit.
So,
How rough are they looking?
They're the ones taking the most hits.
Yeah, they're starting to get there. I mean, there's a lot of guys, but you've cleared out over a third of them.
And it's also... this
How
is the
much
fodder.
is that damage?
It's 12 for a melee attack.
yeah.
So
you
yeah,
have on the
that's more than a third that are taking a beating.
That's good.
So all right, Talamh.
All right. It is a separate action to do the knockback thing?
Yep.
All right, well, I'm going to do that first.
Boom. And then you get your attack of opportunity.
That's the main important part, that they move.
Yeah, because now they're also in difficult terrain again, so it's going to really slow their movement down.
Golly. Well, I mean, at least they can't get to the board.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
trying to hit them from like above a castle, so it
Yeah.
makes sense that it would be hard to hit.
And then
And you're forcing them off, so a lot of that energy is going into just pushing them away as opposed to actually dealing damage.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my other action to heal, because I don't really have to go anywhere.
Yeah, that's a good idea, I think.
Okay.
Because they might move to a different area now, but then we can just kind of redirect as that happens.
And it's a D10?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm really
Hey,
liking
still-
those twos.
That's 2 guys back up, though.
Yep.
that's true.
Generally, that would take a resurrection spell. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right. Cultist turn.
They turn tail and run.
Yeah, what's the morale on these guys?
Fanatical.
Oh, they'll never stop.
Heard the song "Stand" by Eminem.
Dido. All right. So 1, 2.
Maybe
then-
we can negotiate. Yeah.
Oh, was that? Oh, it was 1-2 to get out of here.
It
Yeah,
was. So
'cause
they
that
got pushed back. So it was 1 for the difficult terrain, 2 to get to there, 3 to reach the wall. They're back at the wall.
They're back at the wall?
But that's all of their actions, I'm assuming.
I
right?
could
Yep.
do this all day.
Yeah.
All right. So these guys are 1, and they're now at the wall. They take another 8.
You might want to push them away next because they're at the door.
Well, I would.
My
but-
troops are there. Yeah, that's right. I moved them up there. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that.
That's fine. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I will, but we'll have to coordinate,
Yeah.
provided I get more than one action.
Yeah.
And they're going to battering ram, but they're going to have disadvantage because of the fog.
Woo!
All right.
Yes.
9.
Ah! All
Like,
right.
how much?
Yeah.
What's the
Oh, that
AC
fog
of the
is
doors?
so
The
good.
AC is 10. Yes.
10.
Oh, they just barely missed.
Oh man.
And in their anger, this won't have disadvantage because they're gonna explode and they're gonna miss.
Wow.
Guys, I have a great idea.
What's that?
Let's cook for them.
Oh, that's so many that get taken out.
Oh, that's so nice. They're doing more damage to themselves than we are, and that's our saving grace right now.
Are we fighting the whites again?
Shut up!
I forgot about that.
All right, so they're still against the wall. Is there any spike growth or anything at this point?
Here?
Yeah.
You
You didn't recast it, so it would.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so they're gonna use their first one to do. They're gonna activate Siege Tower. So you watch a whole bunch of them just run into a tower and start to climb up it.
That does mean if we take out the tower.
Was that tower on fire though?
No,
No.
the
I
battering
didn't target
ram
that
down
one.
the south was.
I targeted the battering ram, not the tower.
Oh.
They're going to attack melee style. And that's an 18. That's going to hit. So those troops take... If I can click on them, will take 15 damage.
Ooh,
Because the melee's strong.
yeah.
Oh.
And then a whole bunch of them are going to try and bring down these stupid walls.
Oh
Walls have 13 AC.
no.
Oh my
Wow.
god! I can't roll a 12?
At least half of them are just like.
Have they blown up their own siege tower yet?
No, they did not blow up their siege tower, but they
At
are
least-
looking rough.
At least half of them have to be gone.
Over half are gone.
Most to their own explosions.
Keep
Good.
in mind, though, that is only the cultists. We haven't really dealt like at all with the werewolves.
Yes,
Oh, I
but the
know.
cultists, if those explosions hit the walls, that's the most damage they can do to the walls.
Mhm.
So if they keep blowing themselves up and not hitting the walls with it,
Wait,
that helps us a lot.
how many explode attacks do they get? Do they? Is that like?
I'm assuming they can keep doing it until they're out of dudes.
Until they're out of people.
Oh, okay.
It's one action each time.
I thought like, because it was an explosive, they like.
No, every single one of the fanatics has those explodey rings.
Oh, that's what they're doing.
They're throwing
Yeah.
themselves at the wall, but they're just detonating too early. Archers are catching them right before they hit,
Yep.
and then it's
Holy
chain
crap.
back or whatever the case. Because we told the archers to focus on them. So our guys
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Was
say
a
that's
conversation.
what's
that
happening
happened.
is that our guys are taking them out before they get close enough, and it's causing the chain reaction because it explodes when they die.
They're tripping on
So-
the moat and just hitting the ground.
Yeah, all
you know,
kinds of stuff.
The walls are probably taking the damage, but it's not.
It's not enough to affect them structurally
Yeah.
yet. Yeah,
All right.
because it's essentially just scorching them.
There's just like a
Miss,
person-shaped scorch
hit.
on it.
Thank you.
Walls are taking some damage, but they're doing their job.
Not really. If you saw the numbers, you wouldn't be too worried.
But it could change very suddenly if those cultists hit with those explosions.
Yes, if the cultists hit and if the werewolves had better, they're dialing in right now.
Yeah.
All right, so this one got hit with a siege arrow, or a ballista arrow. You watch as it rips right through one of the the siege towers, and it pins a cultist to the wall.
Oh,
That's a 3. That's a 14. That'll hit.
man, they're rolling really well on their actions.
Yeah, they're getting their high actions now.
Just 2 for the werewolves that time.
There's
Oh, because there's two.
Oh,
groups.
that's both groups. Yeah.
Yep. So
Still though. That's a hit on each side.
That's a hit on each side. There is some damage. It's.
I didn't realize they fixed their. Oh, they spent their last turn.
The one guys did last time, yeah.
All right, so another
thing
hour
is,
goes by.
If we take out the cultists, even if they destroy the wall with the ballista, they're down. They have to rush it on their own. They are stronger, I'm sure, but that's probably not so. They probably don't want it to come to that. They want to wreck the walls of the cultists.
Hey, here we go.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Ogre and Goblin time. We're gonna start with these guys. Hey, Sword, why are you trying to run away from me?
Better question, why do you have a sword right now?
13 ties, so that misses.
I have 2.
Huh. Are they plastic?
They are foam, but they're like a really nice foam, so they're really heavy.
You've got LARP swords.
I do. They would not be legal for LARP. They're too heavy.
Oh.
All right, so a 13 is gonna match.
Yep.
4 is gonna miss. 12 is gonna miss. 9 is gonna miss.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh.
All right, now the next ogre.
That's a lot better. If they're wasting all their attacks against the walls because the troops aren't there, that's good.
All right, here we go.
Crit fail and destroy the siege tower.
Boulder hit.
Oh. Those
Boulder miss.
Do a pretty good amount of damage.
The boulders do a lot.
Yeah.
I am the boulder.
The boulder has gotten over his conflicted feelings.
And the longbow is going to hit those troops.
Oh gosh.
That sucks.
And it's gonna miss. So
that could have been a lot worse, but that's still not fun.
Oh. How many got? I could lose 10 more dudes?
12.
12 more dudes.
Yeah, the goblins have better longbows than the cultists. I'm actually excited to show you guys the stats that I've been using for these after
do we have to do all of our actions as a group, or can we like one at a time when it comes to the troops?
You could one at a time it if you wanted to do some combos.
Because then we could like because if you roll really high curiosity, you could push these guys away, and then I could move down there, and then you could move up and then push those guys away. Yeah. So if you roll high enough, that we'll try for something like that. But we'll determine that.
It is a turn. It is not a. It is not like individual. They are the troops. Technically, Sean is calling out all of these orders from the center of the town.
Yeah.
You're just in control of the general.
Yep.
Right now, so.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So now it's...
Alright, so that was the ogre, so it is Oliver.
I don't really want to waste any more spells right now. I think I'm just going to shoot. I'm going to shoot a fire arrow, I guess, towards the siege tower.
Okay.
Just start shooting it bit by bit.
You can set it on fire. Worst case, you hit a cultist.
Hopefully, you know, where is that? Where it go? There it is. That. I shooted.
You did the shooting.
Okay.
May the shooting begin.
That is against...
Siege tower.
Siege tower. That will miss.
I only have one attack for action. Yep. I don't have the bonus action attack yet, so...
I may have made a mistake in calculating how much health a wall of stone has.
Oh.
It's 30 hit points per inch of thickness.
Yeah. We knew that.
Yeah.
So 1,800.
If you did it all solid, yeah.
Yeah. I said 180. I meant the gate could potentially have 1,800 hit points.
Oh, well, but the gate's probably pretty large. You might not be able to do all of them in one.
How
solid
big is
shot.
the gate, Chuck?
Big.
So you'd probably maybe be able to get half that by layering them.
Okay. Is it
Yeah.
20 feet across? These things are important to know.
Average dimensions of a keep door.
Well, keep door is going to be smaller. A wall gate's going to be bigger to allow carts through. You got to think cities that still have medieval walls, where the gates were, usually are big enough for a normal street for like 2 cars side by side to go through. Like York in England, there's a street that runs through where the old gate was. So 20 feet's probably not too far off.
Okay, so 900 hit points.
Yeah.
It's more than the wall.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, probably be able to get it up to 900 hit points.
But they wouldn't be able to see that that's a
Uh-huh.
strong point.
You
because
could
it's
do
covered.
that behind the
Yeah,
door.
exactly.
Behind the door. That's actually a great idea, because then they
Uh-huh.
can't see it until they break down the door.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
They'll be trying to break through the door, and then
I'd shot. That's the end of my turn, by the way.
Okay. Ridire, you're up.
yeah, I'll just I'll do what I did last time. I'll swing my sword up on the wall with some of these guys because they're coming off of the
Siege tower. Yep.
I'm gonna plant myself directly in front of that siege tower. Like, me and a few of the sword and shield guys, and we're gonna essentially just try and stop them from getting anyone off of that tower onto the wall.
Fair enough.
So I don't know if that will affect how you're gonna do anything when it comes to that, but long sword, that's a 13, and that's a 23 for my 2 attacks, and then athletics to push someone off the wall with my shield. 21.
21's pretty good.
All right. You pushed another one back.
Woo!
Wilhelm scream!
You watch as you hit the one guy as he exits the siege tower, and he ends up stumbling backwards, hitting another guy, who hits another guy, and then like 6 guys back, you just hear a yelp.
Just domino into the siege tower.
Just doesn't know what happened to make him fall, but that's his last thought is,
And
what
then
the hell?
And then one of them deep inside of the siege tower explodes, and it knocks.
Michael Bay!
Wait, I still have a Molotov cocktail from when we did that cave.
Really?
I never used
He
the
does. He does.
Oh, man.
Oh boy. That's
I already did my actions this turn, but if the siege tower keeps being a problem, maybe I'll just, toss that into the siege tower.
Yeah, what happens if I fire arrow a siege tower?
We will see.
What happens if you heat metal one of these cultist rings? Can they blow each other up?
Oh, that'd be interesting. Would heat metal cause it to go off?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You can certainly try.
I'm going to reinforce the gate first.
Talamh. All right. So the door now has 900 hit points.
Well, there's 900 hit points behind the door.
Yeah. So the door itself.
Stone behind the door.
The door itself still has
100.
100 minus however much it's already taken.
Leave like 6 inches of space between the doors, so that as they're hitting the doors, they still like move that little bit.
They think they're
think they're making progress. Yeah.
Oh, they're like, all right, boys.
Like, yeah, these gates are coming down, and then like the gate finally breaks, and then the battering ram just goes like 6 inches further, and then just stops.
Bonus action: the moles are dashing to these squares, or the badgers.
Badu.
I'm doing it so that every other turn they can make difficult terrain in a new space.
That
Yep.
makes sense.
I think that sounds fair.
Yep.
Okay.
This will at least, because if we can slow down the approach of any of the other guys, if we can get the cultists cut down really good,
Yeah, it's just a ring. It's going to
it'll
be a
lot
ring of
harder
more
for them
difficult
to keep the
terrain.
pressure up. Yeah, that's good. And then they can move out towards the siege engines potentially.
Oh. All right.
Cool.
So that was action, bonus action.
Yeah, I think that's.
I'm gonna just. Can I just say I use my reaction on my turn so I remember to like spike these
kinetic
guys.
Spike, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They just kill one automatically, or do they need to make those?
Can they make? Do they have to make a deck save or?
There's so many of them that one, they're not gonna.
You just get to kill one for free every turn.
Oh, good. Just bam.
It helps. I mean, especially when their numbers start dwindling even more, it'll make even more of a difference.
True.
But every 1 point they lose is.
Yeah, I feel useful.
Let's roll those d4s, guys.
That's been my goal. Is I want you guys to feel empowered, but I don't want you to feel like gods yet.
Oh, I want to feel like a god.
Yet.
We will be gods eventually.
I am gonna have to calculate the XP of this encounter, and I'm very worried about that.
If we completely win without the reinforcements getting here, that's a lot of XP.
Oh,
I know.
3 is so good.
Yeah! Oh, this turn's gonna rock. Okay.
Combo.
Because now I can move 2 groups of people.
Yeah.
Who do I want to move?
Well, you should move the ones that are near you.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I don't even remember who's in
Well, no,
for sure.
The thing is, I think it's going to take 2 moves for me to get here, so I'm going to have to shove these guys back.
What I'm saying, yeah. So yeah, push the guys that are right there back. Or actually, because these guys do have the siege engine, and you just reinforced this one.
Yeah, so it's going to take them a while to get through.
The south and not entrance but left of entrance both have siege towers and stuff.
Yeah.
They all have siege towers. Every single
but these ones are focusing on the gate because that's a weaker point.
That's so they think.
They would think, yeah.
Yeah.
It's also in the fog, so they really don't know what's around them.
Yeah. So if Oliver does whatever he wants to do and then uses his last action to just move them away from that space.
Well, so here's the thing. I only have 3 actions. I can move these guys back and then it'd have to take 2 to get here, right?
Oh yeah, you have 3, we have 4.
If I had 4, that would be great. But I could just go across the courtyard and push these guys back.
The other issue is you can't occupy the same space as another.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. You'd have to move.
Well, so how about this? Because these guys, they have that the siege tower up, but they're also the ones that have sustained the most.
Just lay 4 attacks into them.
So
or heal or something.
If Oliver just lays a bunch of attacks into them or heals up or whatever, then what you can do is you can push this group back.
And heal twice.
No. You push this group back, then I can do 3 attacks and then move my group, and then you push them back 1 move and then push them back.
Okay, that works.
Because then they have to move all the way back through all that spike stuff to attack.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so it'll do more
then
damage.
We can maybe try and get you over here to push these guys back the next turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably good.
I like it.
So why don't we? Since Oliver's basically just going to either attack or heal, why don't you do all of your troop guys because they're not moving.
Right. So I'm gonna heal 1.
T-Trade says, push them back way back.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's 8 hit points back for that group. That's nice.
Who just healed?
Oliver's group.
I did.
You gotta ping it. I don't know who's who.
These ones.
Left of gate. One with the ones that Ridire's on. I'm
blue.
Yeah,
the ones that I'm with.
We're all with each other's groups right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't stick with the groups that we're with.
That's okay though.
That's fine.
We know which one's which.
I'm gonna melee attack 3 times.
Oh.
Oh.
Hopefully that means nothing.
That means nothing. Miss.
when it's a big giant group like this.
Miss.
Darn. Well, that's okay. At least you got some healing in.
Mhm.
And they're at least still blocking any further progress from that
Yep.
group being able to enter in, even with the siege tower. So my thought is, I could do, because I have 4, so I could do 2 attacks on these guys, and then move, and then heal, perhaps.
Yeah, you could do that.
Because my guys have sustained quite a bit of damage.
How many? I don't know how many guys I have left. It's probably still a fair amount. But...
So the cauldron makes the terrain difficult, but the terrain's already difficult. So the melee attack is better because it deals more damage.
Well, remember
since
the
terrain's
cauldron.
already difficult.
The difficult terrain is stacking at this point. Remember,
Ooh, so we
because
could
that's
stack
why
it even,
like this stuff is 5
we could
points.
stack it up even more on front of the gate.
Oh,
So yeah,
The
let's do.
gate. I will say the gate will. You don't want to do that because the oil would destroy the grass.
Okay, so yeah, so then we'll do 2 melee attacks onto that northern group.
Okay.
So that's a 10, and that's
Oh.
an 8.
And miss.
Okay, and then they will move to this section, I think,
with the little elk.
with the elk. And then I will do 1 heal for 7 hit points back.
Nice.
Yeah, since they so at the very least they can just get some damage back. And then Talamh can do all of her pushing back.
All right, so these guys are getting pushed back.
Okay.
And then get an opportunity attack.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
That'll hit. So that's
that's
12.
They haven't sustained. Well, no, they've begin getting hit by Oliver's magic, so they've sustained some damage. So
And
all
we're
of
going
the
up.
bonus groups have taken some damage.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going up here,
Wee.
and then they're getting pushed back.
Oh, that sucks for them.
Oh yeah,
All that
right,
work.
So that was
all that work.
4 levels, because no, they had reached the gate, hadn't they?
Yeah.
So that's
It's 5 times. Are you saying the 8 damage 5 times? That'd be 40.
Yeah.
Damage. It's 40
Oh.
damage.
plus
As they get
another
pushed back.
1 because they exited the space. So another 8. They're
Plus
looking rough.
Plus the attack of opportunity.
Plus the attack of opportunity.
Which was a 10,
Is it 10 hit?
No.
that's 10
Oh,
misses.
okay. Well, then.
That's okay though. That's okay because that wrecked them.
That really, really hurt.
Because if they're going to keep pushing on the gate, they're going to take a ton more damage to get in there again.
Mhm.
So they're going to potentially have to change up their strategy, or just keep running at it because they're dumb cultists.
I don't mean to be a party pooper, but it's been 3 hours and it's getting
It
kind of late for
has.
me.
So we're
Yes.
gonna finish up the cultist and the werewolf turn, and then we're gonna end it there
Okay.
and pick it up next week. So cultists get a lot of movement. So they're gonna, yeah, they're just gonna go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep, they are there. They reach it.
Oh, so they don't have to use an extra movement to leave this space.
It was 2 to move, 2 to get into this space, 1 to get up to the wall.
Oh, okay, because this is it's
Also
not 2 to
difficult.
get to the wall. Yeah, I gotcha.
It's 1 once you're in, it's an extra 1. So they were here,
Okay.
1 to get out of this space.
Okay.
And there, then another. So actually they should. They're in the space. It's a difficult terrain that takes 1 to move, then another. So they actually get 2 attacks. So they're gonna do their thing with the battering ram.
Ooh, how many freaking actions did they roll?
4.
I thought it took them
So,
3 to get
1,
to there.
2.
So it'd be 1 to get out,
Mm-hmm.
then 1 to get to the wall. Because there's not extra difficult terrain. It's standard difficult terrain.
But what about this difficult terrain? Does that count?
That was the one.
Well, no, it costs them 1 to move there no matter what. So
Oh
that
yeah.
costs them 1
So
extra
it would
to
be.
move
Yeah.
out.
So they only get the 1 move.
Okay.
And they broke their battering ram.
It burned.
I mean, the siege tower is better for them in this scenario, anyways, against the walls. But that's still, yeah. You set it on fire, and it finally cracked the wood.
All right.
That's awesome.
All right. So these guys are already against it. So dagger for 16, I think.
Oh,
No, 13, but that still hits.
Oi.
oh,
Oi.
oh my god!
Oh
No!
my God!
What the hell?
All right, so that was a lot.
We need to push them back next turn.
Yeah, well,
We have to.
I'm here, and
Yeah.
they'll go.
Yeah, that was 60 damage.
Those guys need to get out of there and heal up a bit.
So you're still at over half, but they're looking rough.
That was devastating.
That was a insane turn. All right. These guys.
Run away. Leave now and never come back.
They're going to longbow 4 times.
So they are shooting through the mist. Does that give them disadvantage? They're not in it, but it goes 90 feet in the air.
Yeah, it'll be disadvantage. So 1 hit, 2 hit,
Oh my
3
god!
hit,
Why are they rolling
4
so good?
hit. Holy
Hey.
cow!
Let them waste their attacks against the door. Or no, they're
That's not
against
the door.
me.
That's against the troops.
Oh shoot! Well, that's not good.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna have to like heal up, and I'm gonna push.
Wow,
God, all right, shoot, man.
that was a really good cultist turn.
We're gonna have like no guys left.
All
We're gonna have
right.
to use a lot of actions to heal next turn. Well, my guys healed up a little bit, so they're not as bad. They might
All
be
right,
able to do
what
that.
happens if I cast like a 4th level
Hey, that
healing
hits.
spirit?
That misses. That hits. So these guys just did 2 ballista attacks on that wall. So
That's not worth it.
After your badgers create this dangerous terrain, they need to go after those ballistas.
Yeah.
And we'll do.
Broke again. That's at least good.
And they take their turn, the rest of their turn, fixing their ballista.
Yay!
All right, we will stop it there on turn with 39 turns before reinforcements arrive. The
That was devastating.
battlefield is chaotic. We have giant badgers, we have cultists, we have soldiers. I love this game. So, again, a huge shout out to Sir Mount 12 for coming up with the framework for these rules. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching and interacting in the chat tonight. I'm so thankful. Again, we are at 42 followers. We are 8 away from a t-shirt giveaway. And then we are, I believe, 5 away on our YouTube channel. Yeah, 5 away from that, which is an art giveaway when we hit 100 on there. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to follow us on everything. And as always, as one of the new shirts that's up on our Teespring store right now, may you roll those nat 20s and avoid those critical fails. Thanks for watching.
Bye.